Oh my. Oh, hello. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm Doc Normal. It's been so long. It's been so terribly long. Let me see what happens if I do that. Oh, that works. Good. What if I do this? Oh, look, that works. It's been a long time, folks, as in a week. Finally, we get our act together. I am Doc Normal. I am here. And over here, if I do this right, oh, no, I didn't do that right. It's Jason Allen. Just Jason Allen today. Sorry, dude. You know,
we're back. Right, we got to reacquaint ourselves with everyone here.
It is.
We took an end of August sort of vacay.
Well, it is going up on a holiday, so.
All right.
So the problem is I haven't been down here doing a show since, let's see, let me figure this out here. We did install the, oh, here it is.
All right.
We did install the wide camera.
Ooh, I like.
Wow. So you can kind of see. But so what happened was, let's see, what happened? So there was an eclipse.
There was.
So there was Friday.
Yeah.
And what the big news on Friday is I predicted Steve Bannon would be out.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes later, you can check the highlight reel. Yeah. He was out.
Literally within 15 minutes.
So we have created a brand new segment called Doc Karnak that we'll be previewing next week.
Going to predict the end of the world.
That's right, as we know it.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my other... I found out that the device that I run this show on...
Yeah.
It now decides to run out of batteries in between shows. So it's like, it has to be... I have to have so many power adapters plugged in.
Are you in control or is that in control?
Everything. So I'm switching the show right now on my phone, my little phone, and now I'm back, which is... It looks like this, folks. That's actually what it looks like. But... the real thing looks like this. It's a little bit bigger with more buttons.
Ooh.
And they're all programmable. It's a long story. It's a very tech. So anyway, you don't care. You're just like... Anyway, so this is all laid out for the show, this one here, but it's never, since the last time, it's like, out of batteries. Well, it's plugged in, so apparently it can't handle that. Oh, there's Jason.
Maybe it feels neglected.
Yes, bear with me while I quit...
Gotcha.
Quit this on my phone, and a great way to start because we're excited. We've got a lot to talk about since, especially, we haven't been here in a while.
We've had content constipation.
Oh my gosh!
And so we are ready.
Constipation.
Yeah, content constipation. Now we're ready to flood the market now, so to speak.
The market.
Right.
Flood the market.
And it's September now. Can you believe that?
No, I don't like it.
Oh my gosh. I don't like it. I fear. Yes.
No, I don't like it. See, the camera's screwed up too. But anyway, that's Doc's cross to bear.
Right.
Anyway, so we did Friday. We had a great show on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And we predicted Steve Bannon, and it was like less than 15 minutes later.
Within 15 minutes, yeah.
He was gone.
Yeah.
So there was that. Sorry, this camera's all messed up. And so then Monday was the great eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
And so what do? We live streamed it. I don't have it here, but if you go up to Periscope, the last show that's on there, well, second to last show, or Facebook was the live stream from here, from Portland, Oregon. It wasn't total though, so it was kind of a bummer. It was kind of like it goes, and then it's a sliver, and then the sliver goes around and then comes back.
Right.
Because it's 99%. You'd think it would be better, a little bit better than that, but it wasn't.
Yeah, 99.2.
Right, 99.2.
Yeah.
So you didn't get, well, obviously you didn't get the corona, but it's just a tiny sliver and then slivers back around. But lots of people watched that 2 hour,
right,
2.5 something hour live stream. So that was Monday. That was Monday's show.
Yeah, we had viewers.
Last
from Europe.
Ago. Yep.
We had viewers from Asia.
South America.
Yeah, South America. It was pretty cool. We were multinational, international.
Yeah.
That day,
as opposed to right now.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then we did actually do the Turning Left show on Wednesday.
We did,
surprisingly.
Yeah.
And then came Friday, and we had to take that off.
Yep.
Because I had to go to a meeting. It was an important meeting. It was a business meeting. I had to go.
You have gigs, man.
Yeah, so I had to go do that. So we took Friday off. We've been going like crazy. And then Monday came around. Monday. We won't talk about Monday.
Well,
Do you know who this is?
Who? Oh.
Anyway. Yeah, Monday.
Well,
Monday came around. We had a technical snafu.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that. So that was a drag. And then Wednesday, so it was like, okay, we'll do that Turning Left show on Wednesday, and then that didn't happen.
No, it was really weird. You had that huge data dump there on Friday night, the big news dump. And then literally like Monday and Tuesday, it was almost dead silent, right? And so I felt kind of like, well, are we going to just rehash stuff? But then the better half told me that, hey, you know what? You do have a dentist appointment. I go, I do?
No, man.
It was booked literally 7 months ago. And so, I'll just do the dentist appointment. So I figured, I didn't want to come in and also sound like what Mushmouth from Fat Albert, hooba heba howba hoba.
Ugh.
So I figured it's probably better,
Yeah.
So we're back.
So we're back.
We're back.
I'm sorry, my camera's driving me crazy. It's not the same.
Somebody cue the Ace Frehley song "Back in the New York Groove," because we're back.
I told you
back
that
in the Milwaukee
and
groove.
Paul Stanley hate each other.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, and that's your Kiss update for this weekend. Bye, everybody.
Your Friday Kiss update.
So a lot has happened.
Yeah.
So we had the new firing and some political stuff happened in the week, and then I think the biggest news story is the hurricane, is Harvey.
Yeah.
And I was trying to look here where you could donate, but I didn't get it up in time.
Yeah, the Red Cross, places like that.
Some people aren't so big on that. Here's what I recommend. That was weird. Here's what I recommend. I heard a thing on another podcast.
Word on the street?
That you can go to Amazon. In fact, I was going to look it up. In fact, I could look it up right now. So I just wanted to start with this. We're not going to talk a lot about Harvey, but there's been it's a another one of those like Sandy and all that huge
Katrina
storm. It's bad. I heard that you can go to Amazon and there's a donate thing, and they were talking about you know what they need in these things. Lots of families, diapers, things like that. I mean, you don't think about that, but
until
babies
it happens.
and kids.
Yeah.
And so you can go up there and order stuff on Amazon and have it sent. And I think that's pretty awesome.
That is
the
pretty
most
cool.
direct thing. So I'm going to actually look here just in case.
Well, one of the things that I heard about that was like such a cool thing is a famous player in the NFL. He plays on the Houston Texans, and his name is J.J. Watt, right? And phenomenal athlete. Well, he decided he was going to get together and put it out asking for donations for Harvey. And he's raised so far, I think his goal is $15 million, and he's raised over $13 million right now. And he's promised everybody that the money that is gathered will actually go to the people that actually need it. Go figure, right? And he's getting all sorts of praise for this because it's all above board, and he's hip deep in this stuff, and it's fabulous. So get online, Google that up too. J.J. Watt of the Houston Texans, as he's doing his own homegrown sort of charity type thing. $13 million raised so far. A bunch of NFL guys and other sports guys got together and threw in a bunch of money, and they're down there buying water, diapers, formula,
important.
Things of that nature, and it's pretty cool. So
yeah, so go do something. I went up to Amazon, and when I Google Harvey or whatever on Amazon, search it, I get T-shirts for the Hurricane Harvey. Topical. Wonderful. So I don't know if that's true or not. Wired has something here. Yeah, it says right here, at least a few charities employ Amazon's wish list feature to accept donations. You pick what you'd like to buy, pay Amazon, and the company ships the goods directly to charity. So everyone has Amazon, I think, or whatever.
Yeah, it's universal nowadays.
I mean, maybe Walmart has on. I don't know. So you can go do that. You can make a wish list. You can, for example, buy diapers for the San Antonio-based Texas Diaper Bank. Did you know there's a diaper bank?
I did not know that.
Maybe you and Buddha need to look into that.
We're gonna get hip deep in that. So we can find out about the San Antonio Diaper Bank.
SPCA. Okay, so you can use your computer. If you're using a computer or whatever, you can find out about that. So there you go. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Speaking of diapers for you and Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring the air freshener today, Jason?
No, but surprisingly, what I thought was going to be an atomic, I was literally thinking we've got another Fukushima on our hands. But it wasn't.
It's so funny.
A Funkishima, maybe. But no, it snapped back, and it wasn't that bad. Yesterday, I even live Facebooked it. Buddha and we took on the world's hottest top ramen.
There you are.
Yep,
right
there we are. And
boy.
Buddha, he slugged that down no problem. He was...
Since you guys last night...
Yeah.
Eating some dragon ramen.
Yeah.
Being real loud and proud on Facebook Live.
Sure.
And so I've been nervous about you coming.
Is that why you get those like stick-ums in back of me that's all pointed? Those little fresheners.
Yeah. Looking at the side effects of the. I was just asking if you guys were getting the sweats and the heart rate.
Oh, yeah.
And the temperature. Your temperature rises. Capsaicin, which is the thing that makes the spice.
Right.
It makes that happen.
Right. Raises body temperature. Oh, yeah. I got the red face and the sweats. And
start to blur. Your vision blurs.
The funny thing...
Start to hallucinate.
Well, I do that anyway.
Your limbs start to drop off.
Well, yeah, it's coming close.
You start bleeding from the ears.
Who hasn't?
Oh, no, that's stigmata. I'm sorry.
That's right.
That's not spicy food.
That's right. That's when we did a reenactment of St. Anthony of Padua. Sorry. Sorry about that. But no. I just, my problem was it was hot, right? But it wasn't like... It wasn't slap your mama hot. It was.
What is wrong with
that?
you?
That is a scientific term. I'm surprised you've never heard that. There's mildly spicy, mildly hot. Damn, that's hot. And then the creme de la creme, the numero uno,
right.
The big honcho, top banana, biggest hog in a trough is slap your mama hot.
Wonderful.
Yeah. But don't do that on Mother's Day because that sends mixed messages,
Maybe, I don't know.
No, but
it's coffee with curmudgeons. We're old guys.
Yeah, and the glutton that I was, I'm slurping it down, and some of it pops up and gets in my left eye.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Well, that happened the moment I was getting ready and I caught a little bit of it on my phone, and I immediately tweeted wear goggles.
Yeah,
and then you got some in your eye.
Yeah,
because there's nothing worse. The spicy food may be bad. Getting the spice in your eyes, that's a whole new level.
Oh, it is. That's a whole new hello. My kid's, he's filming it, and he's literally thinking I'm sending him some sort of message because I'm, winky, What was his covert signal? What is he doing? It's like, no, I just got the stuff in my eye.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I'm looking at the news here. So the big thing that happened with Harvey, and we're going to briefly touch on the news. I'm sorry, again, we're getting back in the swing of things. We've got a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Including Twin Peaks type things, and I'm holding that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
We're just about to get there, so calm down.
Stick a pin in that.
Yeah. The big thing with the Hurricane Harvey is they've got these chemical plants and stuff over there. And you mentioned Fukushima.
A couple of them already blew.
It's kind of, I mean, it's not nuclear, but it's the, I don't know if they have nuclear plants over there, but they have these chemical plants.
It's the biological weapons equivalent.
Well, it's not, it's horrible.
And then you hear that they have no zoning laws. And, oh, yeah, the ones that did blow up that one night, they successfully lobbied a year ago not to have to do any safety regulations.
Right.
Nothing bad
apparently,
can
it's
happen.
like, there's nothing we can do. Well, turns out there was a lot you could do. So, when these storms roll through and you don't have the safety things, it's all profit.
Right. Flood schmud. It's just a heavy rain.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's all that, and people commenting on all sorts of different things, and North Korea and all that, and they were given. I just realized something. Just brief little foray into the news and politics, because we haven't been here in a while. Mm-hmm. Everyone was giving the First Lady a bunch of crap about high heels in the storm.
Oh,
I think personally it was brilliant. Mm-hmm. High spiked high heels. You're in a flood zone, right?
Right.
Keep your feet dry.
Right. The only thing better than that would be those '70s Kiss boots, right?
Ooh, yeah.
You're like wearing the dragon boots, and you're going through. But yeah.
Gene Simmons would be like.
Yeah, he's surviving the flood. He's all right.
Yeah. That's 2 Kiss references in one show already.
How many can we make today?
So there was that. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on the news as we're doing this.
Right.
But we've got a lot to talk about, and again, we're sorry. We're just getting back in the swing of things. This is what happens. So over the weekend, I did some stuff.
Right. Yeah.
First, it started with a yard sale kind of a thing. Like, it was a big.
I'm still mad I missed that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I got roped into doing an errand, and the errand ran late, and I'm like,
it got weird later. But so my friend is in town, and they're doing all this yard sale stuff, and then I was kind of like the next. I was like, oh, I just hate it all. But anyway, the show is Coffee with Curmudgeons.
Right.
And so but I had stuff, and I had there's still a pile there. There's still a pile sitting there in that chair. But there was a bigger pile that I was moving around of old gear.
Yeah.
Stuff, video things and stuff, old stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I got to throw this. And then you got to put a price on it and everything. So I throw it in a bucket. I take it down there.
Doc's bucket of stuff.
Then I have to go get a table or something, because they won't let me use the table that I loaned them. Yeah, exactly. And so then I get a call, because I'm just, and it's 99 degrees or whatever. Right. It was hot. And I get a call, and it's like, the Russians are here, and they want to buy your stuff.
The Russians are coming.
How much for the bucket?
How much for the bucket?
How much for the bucket? And I'm like, well, I haven't priced it yet. There's actually, there's some, like an old computer keyboard, right? How much is that worth? $1.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're essentially worthless. I mean, unless they're, but think about it, a used keyboard, right, for your computer.
Well, yeah, it's usually used
you
because
want a Goodwill.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, maybe some sort of fancy ergonomic thing still has a little value, but no, they're worthless.
How much for the bucket?
That's
your bucket. How much?
That's pretty much how it went down, apparently. And so, I'll be back. Well, they'll come back. They'll be back.
They have to think about it. We must think about the bucket.
There was no prices. The bucket was just in the corner. They went through the bucket. They wanted the bucket.
We'll
bucket
be back.
of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've got like the keyboard in there, $1.50, just get it out of here.
Yeah.
And then I got a couple little new in package devices extra for video kinds of things, like converting things in your video. And I'm like, well, that actually does have some value.
Yeah.
I mean, I still will price it at a yard sale price, but it's not going to be $1.
Right. And if you know what it is, you really want
Yeah.
it, right? Because you're like, oh, well, it's a specialty thing. I want this.
Well, I think what happens is that people buy these things at the yard sale, and then they look through it, and then they resell it on eBay or something like that. I hate eBay. I mean, I don't hate eBay. I'm not that kind of a guy. These people are. All these people, they're up on eBay. They're
hustling, man. They're hustling.
I don't have time for that crap. I don't have time to come down here and do this show.
How much for the bucket?
That's
How
right.
much? Right.
Anyway, look, and then they're all gone again. That's so weird. I mean, I got a lot going on with that.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, and all I'm trying to do is get rid of this stuff. Maybe make a little scratch.
Yeah.
Seems like an opportunity. Because I'm not going to do it on
Starbucks
eBay.
money, right? You get a little change in your pocket for maybe a coffee and a scone.
Yeah. So I go in there, and then I start pricing everything. And like I said, I actually had some things that were, if you knew what they were, and they're older. So do people need this or not today? Maybe not. But like old video cameras and old things like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, but if you wanted it or you wanted to resell it or go eBay or whatever, you might make a little bit. But I priced it to sell. And then it came back. And then I got everything done, and then I'm laying it all out. And finally, they come back.
Yeah.
And then I'm negotiating. So Robert Mueller will be calling me up because I was negotiating with the Russians at a yard sale.
That's right.
But I didn't sell it. I made some scratch. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. And so so that kind of helped with the weekend.
Nice.
And other things.
Nice.
And then and there's cool. They have like lots of old stereo equipment and stuff. Good stuff though. JBL speakers that we're selling. But see, if you didn't know what that was, you wouldn't know what the value of it was. You know. And so and there were some guitars and whatnot.
Wow.
And
sounds an eclectic yard sale.
it was. It's right off of Hawthorne out there. I mean, come on. I mean, these people are coming over. I mean, it was. I took a few pictures.
Nice.
And a few things. People on their bikes, coming in on the bikes, looking through. But it's a yard sale kind of time. People are moving.
Yep.
It's the moving time. The end of August is the moving, and it's yard sale. So tons of yard sales.
Oh yeah.
And so we did that, and then I'll share with you more maybe on Monday. With that. With the yard sale, because more stuff happened.
Yeah,
and there's crazy, well, not crazy people. I'm trying to recall the memories I have of the yard sale, but I don't.
Gotcha.
I just was like, sweet, I got rid of this stuff, and I've got some cash money. Yay!
How much for the bucket?
It was exactly that.
Did they come back and buy it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's how I made the money.
That's awesome.
And I'm like explaining, well, this is this, and
Thank you for the bucket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it was good. I was.
How much for the lady? Oh, sorry. It's like wait a minute. It's not that sort of yard sale.
It was yeah. So I love the Russian people.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we were doing really well. So that was Friday. No, yeah, that was Friday. They set up on Thursday, so I'm running around helping them. And they set up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday with yard sale. Signs are out there off of Burnside and all that. And then we were like, well, maybe we should do a Sunday. We've been successful. I mean, I've already sold off a bunch of my stuff. You know, I'm left with a keyboard or two. I'm like, it's free is a very good price.
That's right.
With a couch and a chair.
By Sunday, you're turning into a used car salesman, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to club this baby seal to make a better deal. Get on down here.
Well, I just set up. I had a chair out there and everything, like a comfy chair, cheap IKEA comfy chair.
Nice, yeah.
And by the time I got back, I was handed money because it was gone. Somebody came in. I want chair. I was like, hey, this is pretty good.
Tonight, thank you for nice chatter.
I mean, there's so much crap around here too in this place. We're just trying to get rid of stuff. We really are just. Oh my God, get it out of here. And yeah. So I don't know, but I don't sell. I don't like talking to people. I'm just. I mean, that's the problem with me being a salesman.
Let's see here.
I don't like to
and
talk
there's
to
a
people.
show called Coffee with Curmudgeons. Oh, it all makes sense now. Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy who's hosting it, he's kind of a character.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He basically made the statement. I love this.
Okay.
I remember this. There were several other things, but he said, "Yeah," and he does like old like stereo gear and stuff, vintage stuff, right? So that's a deal that people buy vintage stuff. Vinyl is super popular now, so vintage gear to play the vinyl. Totally cool. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
But he made the comment, I couldn't like get around in my place, my apartment, and then I watched that show Hoarders and I figured out my problem. It was like I realized I was a hoarder. It was like, yeah, if you watch a show named Hoarders and you start going,
that show Hoarders.
Wait a minute, I can't move 3 feet in my living room.
Right, yeah. That show Hoarders is responsible for more self-therapy than anything I ever know. Wow, that's me.
Yeah.
Nah.
See, I mean, I've kind of been there with your stuff, your gear. I'm not. Though I have like memories, but I'm like, I get to the point where I hate my memories. Get them out of here. You know? I really.
Memories.
I hate
like
furniture. I hate furniture. It's great. If you're going to live a place for the rest of your life, like die on the couch, furniture is awesome.
Make sure it's a comfy couch.
Bring that furniture in. Yeah. But you know, Americans we move more than most people in the world.
Yeah, we're nomads.
We are. So why buy all this expensive, heavy furniture that your friends are going to have to move and hate you for it for the rest of your life? Why bring that? Just, bring the fold-up bed from IKEA.
Oh, my God. That is so true. You're looking at a couch and say, well, that's not going to be tough to move in the future. You're already planning ahead for when you leave somewhere else.
Right.
Good Lord, I never thought about that.
Yeah. I mean, I was the guy that's like, if I had houses and stuff, it's like, I got a futon. I can sleep on it. I can sit on it. There you go.
Multi-use.
I mean,
yeah.
When I was a kid, I spent a lot of time with a backpack on my back in a tent,
Sure.
That may be happening again soon.
What? You never know.
So, yeah, I always figure, hey, if you can't pack up your belongings in 5 minutes and get the hell out, you're, not doing it right. So, I mean, that's just me. So, I hate stuff. As George Carlin, the famous, stuff.
Stuff.
Which that was the television version of that routine, And you buy a bigger place to put more stuff in. And then you've got other people's stuff. And that's always the thing when you've got other people's stuff.
Yeah, you've turned the corner into some dangerous territory if you're now housing other people's stuff just for in the vain hope of acquiring more stuff.
Well, when you're housing other people's stuff, that's called a relationship.
Oh, that's true.
And the more of those you have, the more stuff you have to deal with.
Right.
And you know how that works.
Well, try to explain the futon to your third girlfriend down the line. I got, Beulah gave me that one. Oh, she was a great.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You don't want me to talk about this?
No, that was, no, it's always like when you're, the relationship ends and you're not speaking with each other, but you still have the stuff there.
Right.
And you're like, I got to get rid of this stuff. You got to come get it. Or what? What am I supposed to do with this stuff, right?
Right. Yeah.
Your stuff. This isn't even my stuff. And I don't know.
That's an awkward time.
It is an awkward time.
It's in a box. You want to come and get your stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then you always end up with something that's left over, and you're like, God, and that's what a yard sale is good for.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
But you always have that thing in the back of your head, like, she's going to come back. She or he or whatever.
She'll be back to get that Graham Parsons album, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sold my grandma's coffee cup?
How dare you?
That's been in the family for 50 years.
That's right. It's an heirloom. But it says Disney World 2004. It's so sentimental, though.
Grandpa brought that home from the war, from the USO show.
What is that, the Gulf War? Come on.
Yeah.
Didn't know Grandpa was that young.
So anyway, it's a picture of Bob Hope on it, the USO.
Bob, all right.
45.
He's got his little 9-iron, his plaid pants. He's good.
Yeah, so that happens. And that's a pain in the buttocks.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so we did that. So then we were thinking about doing Sunday. And then the answer was, oh, man, it's like, all right, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's kind of hip and far out there in that community,
Very,
hip and far out.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Far out.
So it's kind of like, I figure if you're, yard selling, it's a job. It's like going to work. It's like going to.
We're gonna sell that stuff.
Drink coffee and do this stuff, but other people, it's more like a celebration event.
Just a reason to hang out in your yard, right?
Yeah, everybody was cool on Friday, but by Saturday,
you said like
things were hopping.
Yard sale burnout.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
or just I don't know. Goes from a yard sale to a afternoon rave.
Right. By Sunday, it's a bunch of squatters hanging out, pitching tents. It's Woodstock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, apparently in the news, we've read that ecstasy is good for PTSD now.
Wow.
Who knew? What the heck is that?
Wow.
What's that all about?
Hey, you got shell shock? We're going to take you to a rave.
Yeah, how does that work?
I don't know.
It's good for that, but marijuana is still bad, according to Jeff Sessions.
You just opened up another vista for me. I just found out literally that Woodstock started as a yard sale. I did not know that.
There you go.
See?
There you go. And
You're
Jimi
selling
Hendrix
a
showed
lamp?
up and go, come on, your guitar.
Right. Hey, can you turn that down? I'm trying to buy this couch. I know.
My mouth sounds impression of Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock.
How much for that? How much for that spice rack? Hey, there's Joan Baez.
Yeah.
Great.
Actually, that would be great. That's a fantastic idea.
That would be the best yard sale ever.
That would be we could do that as an
Instead
event.
of Woodstock, it's Wood Sale.
Well, if you don't like a band and you get bored, you could buy or sell stuff.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Think about it. That'd be great. You could totally change Pickathon.
Yeah. Oh, make it a yard sale.
Yeah.
Give it away to charity. Why not?
Yeah.
Make it a happy-go-lucky sort of thing. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Rock and roll yard sale.
Screw Lollapalooza. We're going to go to the yard sale, man. Coachella.
Rock and roll yard sale. Rock
God.
and roll yard sale.
Now you're just messing with me. This is great, dude. The Ramones.
I know.
Rock and roll yard sale. I don't care about that lamp. Rock and roll. Okay, I like it, dude. We're all wearing black leather jackets,
Yeah.
I don't got any hair, so I can't have the the bowl haircut. I can get a wig though.
Yeah.
I'll wig that out.
I like it.
We could do it.
The Ramones. It's my favorite Ramone movie. Rock and roll yard sale.
Rock and roll yard sale on Friday, and then by Sunday it's I want to be sedated. Right? I want to be. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is what you get on Friday when we haven't been here in a while.
Right.
I mean, it felt like being in the vortex, like after the eclipse and everything.
Yeah.
So then, okay.
That was a weird time, yeah.
So then, where are we? Oh gosh, already. Our typical like 9:45 when we get to what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I know everyone's like, "Oh, yeah, I thought you were going to talk about Twin Peaks." Well, I am going to talk about
people out there.
Peaks.
They love yard sales just as much as we do. So they're.
Can you imagine a Twin Peaks yard sale? And now Audrey's dance. Do 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 do.
Right, and here comes that little person talking backwards.
Jewelry. Do 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 do. I know.
No.
It is the jewelry. It is my grandma's. Do 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 do.
Oh, that's.
Why didn't they have a yard sale in Twin Peaks?
They had to. I mean, you're in a town.
Sale.
They had to have had one, right?
The Leland Palmer garage.
Memorial garage sale.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
That would have been fabulous. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
This is a very old lamp.
It's blowing my mind right now. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 cases of cream corn.
And there's a mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sunday we called off the yard sale, which was fine. Everyone was tired.
Yeah.
Everyone was tired. It was a long weekend of
Yard sale fatigue.
Woodstock psychedelic yard sailing.
And next yard sale that year you say you got to come. I'm coming down. Forget that, dude.
Well, there were musical instruments and amplifiers and things down there. So I mean, people could have jammed.
Yeah, an impromptu sort of jam session. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so on Sunday, right? Since we weren't yard sailing on Sunday,
yeah,
me and our friend Betty, who was like the co-chair of this yard sale,
gotcha,
co-CEO of yard sale,
yeah,
on the board of directors of this
one of the brass
afternoon yard sale. So we decided to take a road trip on Sunday.
Road trip, yes.
And this was a pilgrimage of sorts.
So many options, so much to do. So you got to enlighten me.
Well, I think, isn't it like the Hajj?
It's Mecca, now, man.
Yeah, isn't that's like happening now?
Yeah.
Sort of. And this is where you're supposed to make a pilgrimage to Mecca.
It's every person's duty, at least once in their life.
So this was kind of a pilgrimage of a Pacific Northwest way.
Right.
So
Vatican, the Wailing Wall, Mecca,
Yep. So what we did, it was we drove up north, up Seattle way, and we went to Twin Peaks.
That is fantastic.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
We went to Twin Peaks, folks.
Wow.
Otherwise known as North Bend, Washington.
Don't ruin the. I just want to. We need to still call it Twin Peaks. Don't ruin the illusion for me.
What's interesting is if you look at the census, the Twin Peaks population, it's like 51,000 some, was actually more than North Bend was at the time.
Wow.
I think they're up there close to the Twin Peaks now, but they were smaller than Twin Peaks was. So we went up to North Bend. Traffic was great up I-5. I'm like, this is great. This is going to be good. And then it's like, as soon as you get Chehalis, Olympia, Tacoma, it's like there's 10 major accidents that are shutting down I-5. It's going to take summer. It's going to take, 3.5 hours to get from here to Seattle. This place is outside of Seattle. I want to say 20, 25, some odd miles, 30.
Gotcha.
Outside of, I don't know
exactly. Is
exactly.
it north, south, east, west of Seattle?
It would be east of Seattle, out Auburn way.
Ah.
Toward the Olympics and Mount Rainier.
There you go.
And I saw couldn't take a picture because I was driving, but driving up toward that area and trying to get off I-5 and head over that way. Saw a great side of Rainier I don't normally see, like the other side of Rainier. So there's a lot of kind of sightseeing driving.
It's like the dark side of the moon.
Yeah. But I mean, driving up to Seattle from Portland, Oregon is always a challenge. Yeah, like I said, it was great up to like Chehalis or whatever. It was like, wow, traffic's great. I'm loving this. But they'll get you in the end. And especially by the time you get in Seattle, Tacoma area, you're like, oh.
Start hitting a gridlock and yeah.
So we went up there. Oh, and I still haven't had my coffee yet, Jason.
Oh, no. Wow. Ooh. The double R. That is awesome. That's like the official diner mug.
It is a diner mug. It's not actually the mug that they used in the TV show, by the way.
Tell me you got pie.
Someone else asked. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Gotcha. Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So there's my coffee mug.
That is fantastic.
That's a really good coffee mug, by the way, because it's a big ceramic. You can kill someone with it. You can wrap them over the head. So.
Nice.
Oh, my Trader Joe's dark roast, damn fine coffee.
That's right.
So I got a souvenir mug from the place itself. If I can pull it up here, I had this all prepared. You notice that if you stuck around for the intro, you notice the intro was Twin Peaks-ified.
Yeah.
That's why that intro was actually shot this last Sunday up at Snoqualmie Falls.
That's awesome, yeah.
which is you'll see a picture here. But anyway, so this came from here. Here's the back side. We'll just show it here. There's actually a mural on the back of this building that says "Welcome to Twin Peaks." It's that opening shot.
Yeah.
And this is on the back of the building of what otherwise is known as Norma's Diner. So we're doing a little slideshow. This is I figured this would be really good because this is like Dad went on a trip and he's showing us a slideshow.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I just want to go watch TV. Do we have to sit through a slideshow?
We went to Niagara Falls, and here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I got stories to tell. So there's the side of it right there. You see there's the coffee and the pie mural.
Yeah, that's great.
And you see the sign. The place is called Tweed's Cafe in real life, not Norma's double R, but it's they use the same sign. And if you see in the back there are the Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Right back there. That's Mount CSI, by the way. I didn't know that was the name of that mountain, but anyway. Oh, there's our friend Betty in there. But you see from the new TV show, if you actually watch the season 3, it says double R to go on the side, and they kept that. Oh. So the deal is they did this show 25 years ago in this diner in North Bend, and it's Norma's double R.
Right.
And so, after 25 years, they changed things and painted and whatnot. They had a fire in like 2000, 2001 or some early 2000s, so that did stuff. But then they came back a couple of years ago to do season 3 and go back to North Bend and film and go back to Norma's Diner as a location. So they painted it all up. They added the double R to go and whatnot. And it looks pretty much, I've been watching season 3 and it looks pretty much about the same as the TV show. Nice picture of Betty there, who I went with. Some more pictures, and you see the peaks in the back. Again, Mount C, Tweed's Cafe. Oh, this is a nice picture of Betty. But there was a help wanted sign, and I wanted to take a picture. So, Jason, you and I could be fry cooks at Norma's. What do you think?
That would be. Oh my! That would be a dream.
Cherry pie, Jason.
Right. I want to dress up like Vic. From Alice, have the little cap on with the stuff rolled up, like bing, pie's up, and then go back to what I'm doing.
There's your pie.
Oh, you hear sizzling in the background from like burgers and stuff.
Yeah, totally. It's a diner. So we could do we could work there. Yeah. Or we could wear, one of us could wear the Norma's art outfit.
I'll do it. I don't care.
The hat.
I have no shame.
Pencil behind your ear.
Right.
But this is a real diner.
Right.
From the 1950s.
Chomping gum,
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
That's great. Wow.
1 BLT to come, Jason.
Right. Bing.
So anyway, they actually...
2 slabs fatback on rye. Bing.
Yeah.
That's great.
So they're looking help wanted. So anyone who wants to work at Norma's in Twin Peaks there, now's your opportunity. Help wanted. This is the interior.
Wow. Look at that.
Just like the show.
Yeah.
There's the counter and everything, just exactly. And again, I'm not sure if they had redone it, recreated it.
That's great.
After 25 years, they probably, but who knows? But it pretty much is the same.
Yeah. Wow.
It's pretty wild. They got a Tweety bird there because it's Tweet, and you can see there's like T-shirts and whatnot. This is. Now, every good slideshow from Dad needs the slide that's put in the wrong way. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me explain what slides are, kids. Okay. Slides are film that they don't print. They print it as a positive, and they put it in a projector so you could project it up on the wall. This is what we used to do in the 70s. Watch slides before we had computers and YouTube and everything else, and Chromecast. And you had to put the slide in the right way, or it would be upside down or backwards or whatever. Hence, I have a sideways slide. Now, why I have a sideways slide means that the Chrome MacBook doesn't want to print do the PDF properly. So anyway, that's basically lots of when you go to down the hallway to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
The hallway is filled with photographs and memorabilia from the production. There's a picture, if you can see sideways. There's a sideways picture of David Lynch there and Laura Palmer. There's a log lady, whatnot.
Nice.
Here's another sideways shot. This is the actual cup that they serve the coffee in. Wow. Home of Twin Peaks, cherry pie, and whatnot. They play up their role, which as well they
Why
should.
not? Yeah.
Sure. There's another nice shot of the diner, and you can see in the back is the window, just right out of there, and then they've got they still have that sign. There's a widescreen TV that's not in the show, but the sign with the stuff with the items on there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, they've got a little case with kind of a souvenir. You can take a picture. There's cherry pie, whatnot. Just more photographs. I should make the noise, but you can sit there, and various folks. We should be playing the Twin Peaks music right now, especially like this picture. Anyway, there it is. Some more. There's a nice close-up. That's what it looks like as of this last Sunday.
Awesome.
Twin Peaks. Oh, and then the owls are not what they seem.
Ooh.
All over the ground here. I was like, what? What is this symbol? The owls are not what they seem.
Wow.
Anyway, it's some sort of survey symbol, but oddly looks very similar to the weird Black Lodge symbol that they have in the show.
It's gotta mean something.
Yes, I know. So, across the street, I sorted through these. There's another nice shot. Beautiful. Mount C is beautiful. It's very beautiful out there. You see, it was around sunset. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this is where it gets weird and spooky and stuff. So we had a map. So, again, Betty was riding shotgun. She was on her phone with a map. And you could pull up these maps like sights to see in North Bend, Twin Peaks, right? I don't know if it's interactive or not. Maybe not. And so they tell you this is where the police station is. This is where the diner is. This is where this one we came up on it and it was like, oh, the bridge. And I'm like, I know that bridge. Right. I know that bridge really well. Right. It looks as spooky as it does the day of the show. This is Ronette Pulaski's bridge.
Right.
I mean, you're waiting for a semi-clothed girl, terrible crime committed to walk across this bridge, as happens in Twin Peaks. So there it is. And it looks, as you can see, it looks as scary as like a murder bridge does. Yeah. And that's where things got really weird. Okay. Like, this is just off the beat, and it's like, ooh, that is a scary looking bridge there. I mean, you know, straight out of the show. Looks just like, it looked just like the show. Oh, look, and there's a side thing. And then right across from the bridge is this spooky abandoned trailer. Wow. Now, I didn't see this in the show, and it wasn't in the show, but it added some extra color to the show. Wow. This spooky abandoned trailer. And it was full of stuff inside, but you didn't want to go near it, dude. So we're just like right off the road. Oh, let's see. I want to, let's go back to the trailer. Oh, because those are my photos. Hang on. Yes. Oh. Well, there's more coffee. There's me drinking the coffee on the side. You don't need to see that. Spooky trailer. Yeah. And if you saw inside, it was just full of stuff, just abandoned there. Oh, there I am at Tweed's Cafe. Selfie. And look, this close-up. We developed this close-up. If you look closely. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's Bob right there.
It's Bob.
Right in the trailer.
That's awesome.
Oh, crap joke. Thought it would go better.
No, I like it.
Anyway,
there's Bob.
That's what you do when you Photoshop at 3 a.m. in the morning and should be getting some sleep for the show next day.
Hey, isn't that Bob?
Yeah, let's look at that again.
Bob went on hard times after.
No, there was this thing, right? Well, that's what. So there was this.
Is that Casper?
Yes, like a Casper the Ghost toy kind of smashed in there.
Oh, that's great.
No, it wasn't. It was really creepy, Jason. It was super, super creepy. I'm telling you, it was like the creepiest thing. So I mean, when we were looking at this trailer, that's what I was like, this is Bob's trailer, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is some spooky stuff. Anyway.
Can you imagine being there on Halloween?
It would be spooky.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was the trailer, and we went back to that place at night.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you about that. But first, we had to go off and go find the Great Northern Lodge. This is kind of this is kind of further up from where they have the sign. They don't have the sign. We looked for it. So the Welcome to Twin Peaks. This is a little bit further up the road. If you go back on the road, that's kind of the shot of the sign in the mountain. Where did I go here? Isn't this fun, kids?
Yeah.
It's slideshow time.
Yay.
But this is all real. You can go up there and check this out. I've never been there in my whole life. Twin Peaks. Like in all these 25 years, I've never gone to North Bend to actually go see it. So here is the Great Northern Lodge. You see how beautiful it was at sunset time, and that's where we shot some video.
Yeah.
And that's the Salish Lodge, and that's the Snoqualmie Falls. And there's what I'm standing on is a huge platform for folks, for tourists, and it was packed.
Observation platform.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was big too. It was like multiple size.
Wow.
You know, and lots of people were there. Lots of tourists there at sunset. It was packed. It doesn't seem like it. And if you look at my video, the intro that I made for the show today, it looks like just like nothing's there. But believe me, I'm like in there with a camera with like a million tourists, like
wedged
kids
in there.
kids and stuff, and all that stuff. So yeah, there's a little bit better perspective. The falls, it's beautiful. It's absolutely in person, and it's just right there. You're looking at it, going, "Hey, I've seen this from somewhere before."
Looks so familiar.
This is my new selfie.
There you
Thanks
go.
to Betty, who shot this. Which worked out. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. There's me drinking the coffee. Again, it's slideshow time with Dad. With Doc. So then we go back to the scary trailer place, because what are we looking for? We're looking for a couple things.
Yeah.
We've seen. And then we went in the lodge, which is a great, beautiful place. It reminds me of the place up on Columbia River, which I can't remember the name. Across the Bridge of the Gods, that lodge river. I almost feel like the same people own it.
It's not like Salishan.
I think it's Salishan.
Okay.
This is Salish.
Okay.
That's the name of this lodge. And then there's Salishan, I think, which is across the Columbia River. Beautiful, beautiful place. Yeah. They both, you go in there, it's the same kind of vibe. Like
motif.
I didn't look it up, but I think it's maybe the same company runs those or whatever. Yeah. I mean, they got a nice high-end restaurant, bar, and all that stuff. Now, the one thing that I was disappointed is the Great Northern Lodge in Twin Peaks. The interiors were shot at a different lodge, a different place. It is not the same. Doesn't look the same at all. Cool. It's just the exterior with the falls.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, there's some hotel or somewhere where it says. Also, all the houses, like Laura Palmer's house and all that, all the neighborhood and that part, that's not in North Bend. That's across the other side of Seattle in Bainbridge Island, apparently, where they have those. So you'd have to travel back to Seattle to see that. But, whatever. Okay. But the sheriff's station, the sawmill, the lodge, Norma's, that's all there in North Bend. So what do? We're like, hey, the sawmill, the Packard sawmill is on the map. The sheriff's, and it's right close. The sawmill and the sheriff's station are right next to each other, the locations where they film. So we go driving out there. Now it's starting to get dark.
Yeah. And
just
a little creepy.
And we go back because it's back by the murder bridge.
Oh, gotcha.
The Ronette Pulaski Bridge.
Yeah.
Which is spooky enough with the weird Bob trailer.
Yeah, throw that in
With
for
Bob,
a
as I called it, Bob's trailer.
Yeah.
Because believe me, if Bob was living in a trailer, that was his trailer.
That's his trailer.
I don't know what the story is there. It's sad, but it was full of junk, though. I don't think anyone could live in there. I think it was more like a trailer where people had put their
Stash stuff. Yeah.
stuff.
They didn't go to a yard sale.
No. I'm thinking hoarders.
Gotcha.
Folks, don't hoard stuff. Just sell your stuff. It's good for the economy.
Yeah.
Space. What do they call that? Feng shui?
Feng shui.
Feng
Yes.
shui. You know?
I
Feng
like this
shui
yard.
does not involve having boxes of crap all over your living room. Okay?
I like this yard sale. It really gets me close to my chi.
Yes, exactly.
I like it.
So we go back to the bridge area. Now it's getting dark. And the thing, you know, I brought my good camera, video, DSLR.
Yeah.
That's how I shot the falls. I took some photos, but that's where, because I wanted to get that good shot of the falls.
Yeah.
And the iPhone and all that. We had the phones and everything. So, but what I didn't do, which I wish I would have in that situation, which is a one-of-kind situation, like had a GoPro or something on the dash.
Ooh.
Because if you could see us driving, we took a sedan. I didn't even have my Jeep. I took the sedan, and we were driving through these back roads in North Bend with the headlights on, and it's dark. No one's around.
Ooh.
No one's around. It looked just like Twin Peaks,
Right.
like this season 3, because there's a lot of backwoods driving and stuff like that. You know, just the
Yeah.
headlights, and you know how it gets creepy. It's just dark. There's no street lights. Maybe a car comes by. You turn on the bright lights because you got to see, and then it's like, is that a car up there? I should turn the brights off because there's shadows everywhere.
Yeah.
Totally Sunday night in North Bend.
Wow.
It was spooky. It started to get real spooky out there.
Yeah.
And so we're looking for, it's like, where's that sheriff's station? Where's that sawmill? And it's like, well, it's not the road. Well, I have this road, right? Go to 108th to go to this place or whatever. And we're like, okay. Tourists driving around North Bend. I mean, it's like, people are like,
What could happen?
Why is that car circling around the neighborhood? It's a Twin Peaks jerks again.
That explains the trailer now.
Yeah.
There were the tourists just trying to find something. And, we lost our trailer. Let's just park
Could
it.
you imagine if somebody's like, you know, it's like, oh, you remember that episode with this trailer?
Wow.
Bob and Mike
Is that
were living in this trailer, the one-armed man. And,
I thought I saw Casper and Bob in there.
yeah.
Oh.
So we're driving along, and it's really spooky.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, turn here. Okay, where am I turning? Turn where? Where's this? There's no sign. Right? There's no sign.
Yeah.
It's like, is there a road there? And so we're turning into these roads where there's no signs or anything.
Wow.
Oh, this is a good idea to do in Twin Peaks at night.
Sure.
We're just from Portland, Oregon. We've been at a yard sale all weekend. We don't want to die.
That's right. What could go wrong?
I know. I mean, literally, at one point, you're about, you know, because you got the woods there. You're about to drive up in the headlights, and all of a sudden you see the red curtains and the floor, and you're like, you know.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's time you put it in reverse. And
Oh, there was a few reverses that were put in. Trust me. So I take a turn, and it's like, oh, what's this road? Where is it? Okay, well, it says it's like if we get this road here, it's real hard to read on the map and go here. All of a sudden, it's a gate. Get out.
Oh, geez.
Right?
Yeah, it's like Poltergeist. Get out.
It's a private road.
Wow.
It's not even. That's why it's not even. It's some private roads. We're like, okay, well, we can't go there. You know, it's some private. Okay, well, if we go around and take this major road, by major, we're talking 2-lane rural highway. Take this major road around here, go over the bend here. So we're driving around in circles. So about 3 or 4 times we keep passing the stupid bridge and the stupid Bob and Mike's trailer.
Yeah.
Bob and the one-armed man's trailer. There. That's probably the portal for the Black Lodge is in that trailer.
Ooh. Could be.
You know, at least after season 3.
A trailer? That's a transporter.
Now watch. The finale. So the big thing is the finale comes up on Sunday, 2-hour end of season 3. Now watch, that trailer will be there. It'll be the vortex. It's like,
pivotal part.
I told you. So we're driving around in circles. There's like, okay, this road, another private road, and it's like the lights are on. I'm like, Finally, we hit another road.
Yeah.
And go down. This looks promising. It's like, it's right here. The sawmill is right in front of us. Now, this is after sunset.
Yeah.
So it is dark.
Yeah.
So we're just headlights in the woods on a private road.
Yeah.
No one around. I mean, forget Twin Peaks. It could just be your average thrill kill.
Sure. That's how it starts.
Yeah, forget about Bob and the Black Lodge and all that. But if you were like thinking about it, this makes a lot of sense. So we're driving down, and then we see a smokestack right in the woods. In the light. I'm like, that's it. That's the sawmill. All we got to do is get that. It's perfect. We got the sawmill. And it's like, yeah, if we go there, then the sheriff's station is right like next to it. Right now. Oh, great. That's great. Down this gravel road. A gate. Wow. Get out. Get the hell out of here. We're like, and then there's like this turnaround thing. So I'm kind of like, okay, first, here's an idea. And there's a lot of turnouts there too, because it's 2-lane road. And plus, you might have to get out quickly. So I said, I got an idea. Before we do anything, let's do the turnout and turn the car the way out.
Ooh.
Just in case. Honestly, I'm not a nervous Nelly kind of a person.
But you're taking precautions, just in case.
No, you know me.
Got to have an exit plan.
I'm a curmudgeon.
Right.
I'm not like, Twin Peaks is a TV show. Black Lodge is a thing on a TV show. Okay?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm a curmudgeon. I'm a skeptic.
Well, it could happen.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get nervous. I'm like, ooh, this kind of is a little spooky.
Yeah. Everyone needs an exit plan.
So I'm kind of like, well, we'll just turn the car around. And I'm like, what we can do is get out. Here's my brilliant plan.
Yeah.
We'll get out and walk over there.
Ooh. I got an idea. Let's leave the safety of this vehicle and let's walk over there. Yeah. That's
brilliant
great.
idea. Brilliant idea. So I'm like, yeah. Well, but the car will be pointing this way, right? You never know.
In case you have to dive in like the Dukes of Hazzard, to beat a hasty retreat.
Yeah.
Honey, hey, leave the door open. Leave the door open in case we need to get in there real quick.
Oh,
okay.
It's bad news when you're driving out at night and you look in your rear view mirror and Frank Silva's sitting in the back seat, right?
Yeah.
Bob! Anyway, so we're about to get out, and we kind of get closer, and the gate just has all these warnings all over it, and it's like. And it says, and literally that stack is like right, but there's trees, and right behind the gate you can see the stack. So it was like, that's the mill. We know that there it is right there. You can see mills have a big smokestack, which it was a Weyerhaeuser mill, apparently. The actual Packard mill, which shut down years and years ago. And so you get to the gate, and it's like, no trespassing. Do not come in here. You're on camera.
This means you.
Yeah, you're on camera. As if they had anticipated our arrival. And arrival of many others looking for the Packard sawmill.
Yeah.
And so we saw that, and all of a sudden I had images, like we got out, and I'm looking at the sign, and I'm like, well, we could just go, on foot around the gate and all that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I had visions of the camera and that guy with the gloves and the pistol handle shotgun with the kind of fat guy with the t-shirt and.
Right.
What are you doing in these parts? Just walking down to us.
2 degrees from Deliverance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of took it all in.
Wow.
And the silence and the sign the thing. And we looked at each other and we went, let's get the hell out of here! He's just like, go to the car. It's like,
Man.
nothing's.
So is the air like real heavy and everything?
Yes.
Ominous?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I could hear the. I could hear the Ballameni music going, the low synthesizer tones. I mean, remember, all the light source is my headlights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine if the
that's
car
spooky.
died and then and the headlights go out.
Oh, that.
We would have been, Jason, I would have been calling you going, ah! Send help!
I see Bob. I see Bob.
Send help!
Don't run towards the light. Don't run towards
It
the
really,
light.
truly was spooky.
I
And
bet.
I'm a skeptic. I grew up spending my time out in the woods, hiking and camping and stuff. I mean, I've seen some weird things and whatnot, but still, it's just the woods.
Hey,
Get over it.
The bridge alone would have freaked me out.
Well, that's the thing. This is all in that general area where that
Yeah.
freaky bridge, and when you come up to it, it just has that vibe. Like you're like, ooh,
Bad stuff is happening here.
man, you know.
Yeah.
And it looks like I said. If you look at the picture and you look at the show, it looks just like I didn't need the map. It was like, there's the bridge. I've seen this bridge. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
It's staring me right in the face. You know.
Yeah.
It's, I think it's just a pedestrian bridge or whatever. You can walk over it. It's like, oh, hell no. I ain't walking over that bridge, especially at night. So we
let me ask
we
you this
came
question.
that close. And then,
Was there like when you're in there and you feel the heaviness of all the surroundings and
Yeah.
everything? Did you like see any like funky like wildlife that just kind of like yeah?
yes.
Because even at that point, anything is gonna set you off, right? Yeah.
I was getting to that, but I appreciate the help.
Thank you. Thank you. I
This
was
is like, move it along.
no, I'm just trying to
No,
segue.
it's
I'm
cool.
doing-
I mean, it was like just really, really spooky. So,
Yeah.
so we drive out there. What it is, apparently, those roads are like from what I could gather from the sign, are like an off-road racetrack.
Really?
Racing.
Where-
Like
huh.
a racing
Were they
school or
originally like
something?
logging roads or
Yes,
something that got
yes,
converted into?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Those access
Because-
roads.
Because
yeah.
those would be the access road to go to the sawmill.
Gotcha.
The actual sawmill.
Yeah.
Right, that would be there, but they're all gated off, and they have people racing around there, and I think rightly so. They've got it gated off because they don't want you wandering in there and getting run over by an off-road
Yeah.
racer vehicle, right?
Sure.
So that's what that was.
Yeah.
But it was just the signs increasingly, as you get closer to the landmark, the signs increasingly get ominous.
More hostile.
Yeah. Like you're about to meet Evil Cooper and his henchmen, little Jennifer Jason Leigh and Tim Roth, like, and Ray, all with guns. Like,
Yeah.
can we torture these two?
Yeah,
Oh, do we have to just kill them, or can we torture them too? I miss the torturing.
When you get to Tim Roth,
Yeah.
all bets are off at that point.
Well,
It's going to be a
That was Jennifer Jason Leigh. I always forget their characters' names. This is Twin Peaks people know. But,
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, he's just like, evil. What are you doing here?
Snip, snop,
You're
snip,
Mr. C,
snop.
aren't you? I can tell with the leather jacket and the uncharacteristically Kyle MacLachlan mullet.
Snip, snop, snip, snip.
Yeah. So so we split. We were just like, okay, maybe the tours. Time to get back to Portland now. It's getting really creepy. And remember, all this side is all just like side roads and your headlights and everything.
All
So I
right.
get back on the road, get back over to the bridge. I swear, Jason, we've circled this place about 5 or 6 times. This
Sure.
particular area here, which is it's all kind of in one place. There's the viewing area where you can see the mountain. If you went like say another 5 miles or whatever, you'd be at the base of the mountain.
Yeah.
This is where the sign would have been.
Okay.
The bridge, and then down these access roads where the sawmill apparently is what we gathered is that the sheriff's station in Twin Peaks is an office, mill office or construction office or something like
Okay.
that over
Okay.
there. And
Gotcha.
then they just slapped the sign on it, I guess. That's what I understand. but it's all behind the fence. So we're driving around, back around the circle. There's the bridge again.
You see, that's creepy in itself. It's like those movies where you're running from the guy with the axe and you realize you ran into a place that you just ran through like 30 seconds before.
That is exactly what was going on. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And I'm just like, just get us out of here, okay? Just back on your phone, on the map, get us out of here. Portland, Seattle, I don't care.
Right.
Spokane, wherever.
Go.
We're at, well, maybe not Spokane. That's even more east. You never know.
What do you mean the sign says Walla Walla?
Yeah, just get us out of here.
Yeah.
So we're driving around our last circle, and I'm worried because there is an occasional car that drives by the main roads, not the off roads, but the main roads. And I've got the brights on because you got to have the brights because there's no light there.
Right.
And so for some reason I don't know why, I turned the brights off because I'm worried about a car coming around the corner, which I shouldn't. I should just, I'm one of those courteous drivers.
Yeah.
I'm one of those that worries about blinding you with my brights, unlike the other driver that's coming at me that's got their brights on and doesn't give a crap.
Right.
Thank you. You're supposed to turn it down and not blind the other driver. So anyway, I got the brights on. Then I'm coming up and it's like I switch the brights off stupidly for some reason. No one's around. And just as I'm going, and I'm kind of picking it up, I was like, I kind of want to get out of here. So I'm like picking it up. And just as I'm doing, she's about to say, maybe you need to slow it down a little bit. Because Betty's done a lot of rural driving up there in eastern Washington.
Sure.
Just a log cabin and all sorts of stuff. So she's got a lot of experience. And there is wildlife out there. Well, just about as she's slowing down, and I'm thinking, maybe I should slow down. I see a shadow, like, coming up from... Yeah. And then I'm like, I just see it when I see a shadow. I'm like, is that something there? You hit the brakes, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, I'm hitting the brakes. Flash the brights on, and I'm hitting the brakes, and it's good. I got stopping time, but it's still like, okay, hit the brakes. What's standing in the middle of the road? And I don't have a picture. This is not my picture.
Yeah.
No time to take a picture. A red fox. Not that red fox.
Right.
Actual red fox. That was a pretty good picture of what it looks like right there.
The foxes are not what they seem.
Just standing in the middle of the road in front of the car. And the deal is probably, I don't know, 10 feet, 12 feet from the car. Yeah. And with the lights on and that, just like the wildlife, it stood there for a minute or two because it was like, well, not a minute or two, but it was probably the lights probably blinded the poor thing.
Yeah.
But got a really good opportunity to see it. And like I said, I found this picture right here because this kind of looks like what that fox looked like. Most beautiful creature I've ever seen. And usually I've seen foxes before. Okay, at the side of the road, they're very skittish. They're very fast.
Yeah.
I've looked over on the side of a rural highway and said, was that a fox? Like kind of running. You can tell with the big ears.
Yeah.
They're very distinctive from coyotes, which coyotes look like dogs.
Yeah, lean and...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But this fox is like, they're kind of low to the ground and all that.
Right.
And so it stood there, and then it was like, so here it is right there on the highway. We're stopped looking at this thing. And not quite enough time to grab the phone and the camera, although you wanted to. But totally mesmerized. Just, we were like looking at it going, look at that thing. Look at that. Yeah. And I got to tell you, it was just a beautiful, beautiful animal. The thing looked beautiful. It looked just like I said, this picture was the closest thing I could think. It looked that way.
Yeah.
The coat, it didn't look mangy. Like coyotes kind of look mangy.
Right.
It looked like that. And then finally it kind of gets the idea to run across the road and get out of the way.
Yeah.
Poor thing. But I've never seen a fox up close like that. They're hard to spot, I think, because they run around. You have to really go looking for them.
Deep in the rural area.
Yeah. So it's a red fox with a red coat like that. And
did he look at you and do like Sanford and Son? Hey, Lamont.
Yeah. No. No. It was weird.
Yeah.
And so then it was like, well, what was that about?
Yeah.
Like spirit animal style.
Right. Yeah.
And it turns out the fox, the red fox, it is a spirit animal.
I
looked it up.
It means something.
That's right.
Wow.
And it's actually pretty positive from what I read. Gives you a lot of
luck or something like that.
Centering, kind of like foxes are cunning and all that. So if the fox is your spirit animal, you get a lot of, I don't know. I can read it. We can save that for Monday.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, you get a fox. If I was to show up over there, I'd probably end up like running into some like chupacabra or something.
You're right.
Or Bigfoot. There. Oh, look, it's Sasquatch.
Right. Well, believe me, if you're going to run into Sasquatch,
that's
this
the place,
was the place to run in there.
Well, who do you think put out the get out sign?
Hey, do you know where the cherry pie is?
Right.
Where's Norma's?
Bigfoot has taken all the cherry pie. Well, and who else do you think has put up the get out signs? It wasn't like people who own it. It was Bigfoot saying get out.
Yeah. But it was the craziest thing. Just looking at this thing, it was beautiful. It was worth the trip just to see that fox there. And of course the lights were on it, so you perfectly see the thing right on the road.
Very cool. Yeah.
And so then it was like, this is a sign to really get out, and this is our spirit animal to guide us the hell out of Twin Peaks.
The second before, you're like, geez, I wish we had an omen to show us, oh, there's the fox, time to go.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So then we drove out of there and went home, back to Portland.
Wow, that would have seemed so surreal there.
I can't. I'm not a good enough storyteller. I mean, I showed pictures to explain how truly surreal it was.
You know what we need? You know what we needed for that? We needed Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
You know, the guy, or maybe Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
And he's like, he's sitting on his rocker. Let me tell you about Twin Peaks there.
Turns out that Doc Normal decided to go to Twin Peaks. Little did he know, he was about to crap his pants. I'm Sam Elliott. I don't know if that's Sam Elliott or not, but
Sam Elliott.
From Portland, Oregon, by the way.
Yes.
Marshall High School.
Yeah.
I believe it's Marshall High School.
Marshall High School.
We've looked that up before, folks. So that was tons of fun. Got tons of pictures. On the other, interestingly enough, I was looking up North Bend, and it turns out North Bend, of all places, this little town, beautiful little Twin Peaks and spooky. Like I said, just when you get to the bridge, dude, that's when it gets Black Lodge stuff.
Yeah.
But it turns out North Bend is like the headquarters of Nintendo, or the
manufacturing
main outlet of Nintendo.
Wow.
Which is weird because as you went past kind of Norma's in the main part of town there, we actually ended up going that way too. Like literally, I mean, Deputy Hawk was like out there in the 4x going, I've seen that white sedan before.
You guys again?
Again?
Yeah.
You need to get out of town. But we went out to one place, and there was a giant field area, and they were building these big buildings, like big office-sized buildings. Like we're talking Microsoft, Amazon style, multi-floor, like 4-story
Nike
giant
campus sort of. Yeah.
Just like right there in North Bend, and I was like, I wonder what they're doing there. What is going on here? Because they're not, it's not solid. And then I saw about the Nintendo, and it's like, must be Nintendo.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, Jason, help wanted. I like Nintendo. I got a Wii. I like my Wii.
Right.
I don't have the other thing, but the Switch or whatever. But the Wii is good.
Right.
The little tennis.
Right.
Like Nintendo. Who doesn't like Nintendo?
That would be the life. You got a cushy job at Nintendo. You can go hang out at the bridge after you're done.
I know, eating your lunch.
Yeah, you can slice a cherry pie.
Trust me. You don't want to eat your lunch there.
Yeah.
With the creepy derelict camper and the
share
lunch.
it with the fox.
Yeah.
Hey,
eating your sandwich. Sitting on your dangling the feet on the bridge. Oh, it's beautiful out here looking down the water.
That's right.
Is that a plastic down there?
I don't know.
Is that a dead body wrapped in plastic down there in the river?
Maybe we should check that out.
Yeah.
Why is everyone named Leland?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So pretty wild. It was a lot of fun though. I recommend it, and it's beautiful. The falls and all that.
I
Big
bet.
tourist attraction. The mountains.
That's very cool. Yeah.
But it has a different. I wouldn't expect this, but because maybe because of the Twin Peaks or whatever. I mean, you go out to rural Oregon and the coast. Certainly, things can get creepy out there too.
Oh, sure.
But this one has a different vibe. Definitely, like when you're at Norma's.
Yeah.
It's just coffee and cherry pie.
Very homey.
Yeah. But when you're out there by the bridge and the creepy,
not
trailer,
so homey.
not so much. A lot creepier.
Yeah. Oh,
So
man.
we're like, Betty said, she goes, yeah, Washington's out it's a little creepier than Oregon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting. One of the few places that's like creepy in Oregon, except for like those ghost towns you see on the old Oregon Trail that kind of no more, is for me, and I was born there, Astoria. For some reason, Astoria just means like it just is an old school creepy.
Well, why?
Creepy town.
Why would that be creepy?
Well,
Could it be Goonies?
Right.
Perhaps.
Right. Or
Right? 'Cause
yeah,
that's where they filmed the Goonies.
yeah. Plus, it's just an old. It's just an old city. I mean, there has been some urban renewal there, but there's still a lot of the old school type stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember, I hadn't been back there. I was born in Astoria. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was born in Astoria. Yeah. My father was actually for a while. When he was working for his title company, he actually was a judge out there for a bit, and so. I was born there, and
wait, did you say he was a judge?
He was a judge there for a while. Yeah.
So he was Judge. What was Justice Walker or whatever that?
Not only that, but his first name is Dale, so it's not like Dale Cooper, but it's Dale.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What was that guy's that they carry when they bring the judge in? Justice. It's like justice.
Justice of the peace.
Justice.
It's like the hanging judge. Judge Roy Bean.
Yeah.
And but
so that was your dad.
Yeah, and I hadn't been back there. I don't think I'd been back there ever. I mean, I don't remember it. I was 2 years old when we moved away from there. But so me and a friend we're gonna go back there, and we're going back there on my birthday. So we show up back there, and I remember thinking to myself, "Well, it's a pretty cool place, but it seems kind of downtrodden and creepy in a way, Geez, I was born in this. And not the besmirch Astoria, folks. If you're out there, you live in Astoria. It's a beautiful city. I love it. But for me back then, it was just a little, it was a little dark.
Clinton Sternwood was the judge. Played by this. Who was the actor? Royal Dano, who's been in a lot of stuff. That guy.
Yeah.
This guy right here. Remember him? He was in all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I think he was the preacher that would come and tell the people in the right stuff that their husbands died, and I think he was an undertaker in another movie. Great character actor.
Yeah. No, my father, he of course he was kind of a legal advisor for a title company way back in the day, and he would be like the judge pro tem, kind of filling in if if the regular judge wasn't there. So he would give me little interesting anecdotal stories.
So Astoria, I like Astoria.
I do too.
I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, mouth of Columbia. Come on, it's
Lewis and Clark, man. It's right. I mean, it's what's going on.
I was there several years ago, and I went up to the top of the column and got the whole. I took a video. I mean, this was before the high def days, so maybe 10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 10, something.
Yeah, but I went back there 25 years ago, right? And it was before their huge urban renewal sort of thing spruced it up. So it very much was a blue collar, still, fishing, real kind of crumbling concrete sort of town. And so I remember going back there, and I remember thinking to myself, well, this is pretty creepy, It's kind of a dark town, but, it has its beauty, though.
I mean, they filmed the Goonies there.
Yes.
Short Circuit, I believe.
Yeah.
And Kindergarten Cop.
Yes, right. Yeah,
3 movies.
Right.
In Astoria.
It does have that old rural coastal sort of feel. Kind of like when you see in a Stephen King movie about the coastal Maine,
Well, it's all
Castle
those,
Rock.
It's all those because it was right there in a strategic place.
Yes.
Right. They built houses, so it's like up on the hill.
Yep.
So and all the houses look over the Columbia. So those were all like people like captains of industry and all that were
the merchants that go into
bringing the sailing ships and all that. Yeah. So a lot of those houses are old and they were kind of cool and creepy. It kind of reminds me of Astoria and Oregon City.
Yes.
The same kind of those old houses.
The McLaughlin House, the Barclay
Oregon City
House.
goes way up the mountain and it overlooks the falls and all that. And that was a big place of commerce and what you not.
Oldest city west of the Mississippi, Oregon City is.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is weird because Astoria is pretty up there too.
Yes.
Being old.
Yeah.
And that was the...
I think it's like
wasn't that the place where Lewis and Clark sort of went, okay, we're done.
Yep, they arrived at the mouth of the Columbia in the Astoria region right there, and they said, "Yeah, okay, we see the ocean, we're done. Yeah, thanks for coming, folks. We're gonna head on back now."
Well, that's been a journey.
Yeah, and I remember my mom. She was born in North Dakota, and so of course she's now in Oregon. So she would get so angry when people would call the guide Sacagawea. It's not Sacagawea, it's Sakakawea. Yeah. I was born in North Dakota. That's where she was from. I know this stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, Mom, Sakakawea it is.
Yeah, right. See, we always got that messed up here.
Yeah.
Because that's what I grew up with. That's how they pronounced it.
Yeah,
and now it's like all of a sudden,
like,
everyone's like does the thing to go. Actually, it's like, so what you're telling me is that the whole time I've pronounced her name wrong since I was a little kid and studied that stuff in school.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, yes. Yeah. What are you going to tell me next? It's Willamette and not Willamette.
Willamette.
You know. So yeah, I've been burned. I've been burned by that. I can't even. See, I can't. I can't even pronounce her name right.
Sakakawea.
Sakakawea. I didn't learn it that way.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting stuff.
I mean, I'm trying to think. When was the last time I was there? I remember the one time, and then I walked up the top, and I had my video camera, and I had a bunch of video of up there. Yeah. A lot of cruise ships go in there now. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty rockin' town. I remember going there. You do the up the coast line, like the scenic route home,
Highway 1,
and go up the coast, and then to Astoria, Fort Clatsop, and then Astoria, and then you go there, and then it's evening, and then you head from Astoria back into Portland, back home. We did that route a few times, and so we kind of planned dinner in Astoria. Turns out there's some good restaurants there, seafood. Yeah. I wasn't vegan then, but yeah, fresh stuff.
Yeah.
So I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah. I need to go back too. It's been a while.
Yeah, I still don't find it as creepy. The vibe that I got in Astoria that creepy as what North Bend was. Wow.
That's what creepy. A forest does. I mean, forest can seem a really good forest can seem ominous and sort of.
I think as a kid we camped around that area once. There was a camp or encampment around the Fort Clatsop area or whatever. I remember those woods being pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Because that's all Lewis and Clark stuff, and there's
ancient woods.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
There's spirits up in them woods.
Yes, there's spirits up there.
Yeah.
Of all sorts of people. Trappers and...
Yeah.
Folks that were here before the trappers and
there's a lot of places that have what I believe the heavy air that's there's some sort of resonance or something. Interesting story since we were talking about Oregon City is we used to live in a house up on Apperson Boulevard, which is on this little hill there in Oregon City, overlooking the Park Place region down there.
Wow, so you lived in both places.
Yeah,
you lived in Astoria and then Oregon City. Both have that city. Like, if you don't want to go all the way to Astoria, go to Oregon City and see how the houses are, the old houses that were built that are 100+ years old, more up the mountain there.
And we lived up on the hill. But the funny thing about Oregon City, here's some Oregon City history from you, is when you went out in our backyard and you went down the trail down the little hill there where it got to the bottom, at the time, at the bottom, way back in 1800s, it used to be a what is quote unquote a sick house for Indians for disease.
Ooh.
And so you go down there, and every once in a while you honest Injun.
No.
You would find I know. You'd find like old.
That.
No, but you'd find old like arrowheads and stuff. And it's really cool. I mean, but it was creepy, you know.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Sorry, but that's when you know honor bright, snake bite. How's that? I know.
Welcome to the 1920s with Jason Allen.
I know. Holy cow.
Seriously, I just we're gonna get it. You know what?
Yeah.
At some point, we're going to have an ombudsman here that will keep that in
Correct
check.
me, yeah. Well, do I get an out because my grandfather on my mom's side was half Cherokee? Do I get a little out for having some?
Was it true or okay? Yeah. So there's all this ancestry.com crap.
The saying where you're from. Sure.
Everyone's like you hear the ads. I think they're even on television.
Yeah, well, sure.
Now, hey, just buy a kit for what is it, like $150 or something? It's not cheap.
Yeah, I think when it's on sale, it's like $99.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's around 100, 150. It depends.
Right.
They have all sorts of.
There's different ones. I think Ancestry, the one that pops in my head, but there's other ones, right? And what you do is you get a kit, and then you send them your DNA.
You spit in a tube and then send it to them. Here you go.
And they do a neat thing. They take your genes,
and
then they send you back a report.
What ethnicity
tells
you
all of your background based on your genes, which turns out to be all a bunch of BS. And by the way, do you just want to send your genetic code willy-nilly off into people that you don't know what the hell they're going to do with it?
Right, yeah.
Other than give you a report?
If I remember right, that Ancestry...
Well,
they got into trouble a little bit. They kept people's, like...
Well, recently, and I don't know if it was Ancestry, but the industry... Someone did a test with twins and then triplets and I think even quintuplets.
Ooh.
And they all sent the DNA in and they got the report back. Guess what the report said? It was all different for each person.
Wow.
It was like, oh, you're half French. Oh, you're half Belgian. It's we're twins. We're identical. We sent the same DNA in. That's how it works. We're natural clones.
I don't know what to make of those because you see studies where it's like hokum, and then you see other stories like the later ones, though, not the ones that you first got a few years ago, but the latest one, they're actually a lot more accurate.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to believe.
It's
here's
I think it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult to determine someone's complete ancestry just from their DNA. Yeah. Because there's so much intermingling of DNA.
It's a melting pot, sure.
Across all of our humanity over, I don't know, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years,
Right, eons upon
eons. We're finding things out, true science of intermingling with Neanderthals, and who are these guys? Yeah. Well, their DNA showed up, which means just that we encountered them and we all had a confab or something.
Sure.
Dropped ecstasy and had a rave in Paleolithic terms, ate bad berries or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to go as granular as your French or your all that, I don't think the DNA's... Yes, you could say, well, you're of European... I mean... They can
Northern European.
Yeah, they can take my DNA, and I'm sure they could figure out. It's like, Europe? Does that work for you? It's like, truth be told, take a look at me.
Yeah.
And if you want to know where my family's from, say Europe.
I don't know. One thing I did hear about them was early on, it was kind of like a snake oil medicine show. But I guess like within the last, there's been such advances in that I guess if you do it now, they said it's not too far off. I don't know though.
Yeah, again, I don't know. I'm not big on just sending away your DNA.
Yeah.
Because it's like, ooh, can we have that DNA too? Can we put that in our government database?
Right. And if you choose...
Everything to me is 1984 and dystopian, yes, we're tracking you. That's your DNA.
You got to wonder.
Where are your papers?
Right. But
so
no,
that's my problem with it.
Right. And if you did like any genealogy sort of research, I mean, you're going to find that stuff out anyway.
Yeah.
You're going to find, okay.
First of all, just if you know, your parents, grandparents, whatever, like you said, if you know, you kind of do that. But I'm so one side of my family is Europe. I mean, straight out of hell, direct from Europe. I mean,
No.
So I mean, it's like flat out like
very Teutonic,
old world.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. First generation kind of deal.
Yeah, my mom's side.
Me, right?
Yeah, my mom's side too.
And there's still a lot of people, recent, even European immigrants, like grandmothers from Finland or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like I said, me that's straight from there, right?
Yeah, my grandmother, and my mother's side. I mean, they're straight Norwegian. She came over, and. One thing, the big surprise that no one ever, the family secret, so to speak, was I found out several years ago that my grandfather on my mom's side was actually half Cherokee. I had no idea. You look from his photos, and it does. I mean, he does look like he has.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not dead. But what I was going to say is, the other side of my family, there's mostly my family is fairly recent immigrants. Sure. Like either like
within like 3 generations.
Yes.
Recent.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
In one case, in one major case in my family, it's me. I'm the first American.
There you go.
So there you go.
Yeah.
But on the other side, it's like maybe grandparents, kind of more the turn of the century or a little bit after the turn of the century, the 19th, immigrating over direct from Europe again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then I have one, like a grandpa or whatever, that's like more established American.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And that's where all the stories come from. It's like, well, yeah, it's like half, you're half something.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't Cherokee, or maybe it was. I don't know what it was, you know. But there's like, oh yeah, your grandma's like, wow, you're a quarter Irish, and you're like
17.4%.
Yeah, everyone came from Germany or Switzerland.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm kind of like, now when you look back on it, I'm kind of like a little skeptical.
Yeah.
Like when I was growing up, that's all cool, right? Like if it would be like, oh yeah, I have I have that in me, the Cherokee or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of considered cool. It was.
Yeah, I mean, because it was something I never even knew before we'd grown up, and he had kept it secret because during the Depression, he would ride the rails, go from one farm to one farm doing work as you go. And, I mean, back then, it tells you how racist people were back then. They would not hire you if they found out you were, either African American or if you were Native American, no go. Wow. So
That's weird.
He kept it to himself. And, of course, his last name was Thomas. So, I mean, how are you going to read in, to that so he could hide it, fairly well?
I mean, a lot of people did that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's like, oh, you got Irish in there? Ixnay on the Irish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, people forget, actually, when the large waves of immigration came through in a late 19th century, like the Irish, the Italians, and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They were not the highfalutin Americans that we wanted in our country.
If you were not English,
believe it or not, I mean,
Scottish,
bigotry happens everywhere.
Right? Yeah.
It takes on a different face, and then of course, if you're not white, then it's really, really
go on to Google. You'll find old black and white photos of signs saying "No Irish Allowed." And of course, off that was a huge anti-Catholic back in the days. I mean,
AKA anti-Catholic, anti-Italian.
Yeah, and if you look through history, I mean, you find as late as Kennedy, they were worried that, man, they're never going to elect me because I'm Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that there's going to be this anti-Catholic sentiment and stuff.
Germans are the ones that are those jerks.
Yeah?
You know, are we the baddies?
Speaking of Germans,
are we the baddies?
Why do they keep calling me Hun?
Exactly.
You know, no,
I think we're the baddies.
I found
Look
out
that
something.
up. Are we the baddies on YouTube? Trust me, it'll change your.
Right.
I can't remember the comics names. It was one of the British comedy shows. Team two guys, that something look or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a little. It was a sketch comedy thing, and they'd go from sketch to sketch. Two really funny guys, and one of the sketches is two SS officers in the field.
You sent me that.
And the one guy's just sitting there, kind of on break, and he comes over.
Hey, wait a
minute. Hans, I have a question. Are we not the good guy? And he's like, of course. And he espouses all the good stuff. And he goes, but our caps have skulls on them, And basically it's, are we the baddies? Yeah. The answer is yes, of course. But, it's a funny sketch.
I found something over the weekend that had a very Teutonic feel to it.
Oh, God.
I never knew this. In Portland, there is a German-American society with this German-American society building. I never knew that.
I'm well aware, Jason.
I know. That's why I mentioned it, because I'm like, Doc's got to know.
I'm well aware of this building and this place.
Do you have to wear lederhosen? No?
I had to when I was a kid.
Ooh.
Yes.
How more authentic can that be when you're actually slapping on leather lederhosen, right?
Well, if you'd like to see a picture of me as a little boy wearing full-on lederhosen,
tune in on Monday.
I know. It would always be like a girlfriend would go, that's so cute! You're so cute! It would be like, yeah, I cried the whole time.
Right. It's like that movie with Ralphie and the bunny suit,
yes,
right?
It was exactly like that.
Lederhosen.
It was exactly like that. First of all, Germans are screwed up when they wear leather shorts. Okay? And I'm not talking about, the Berlin nightclub Untergarten thing like, hey, did you bring your leather shorts?
My name is Dieter.
We dance. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about your everyday.
Would you
it's
want
summertime.
to
Let's wear some leather shorts and sing Edelweiss, Edelweiss.
And if you're a good boy, maybe you can have some strudel.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know things are bad and.
No, listen. I'm gonna prop you up here, all right?
No, don't.
I'm gonna prop you up. Hey, you guys came out with bratwurst. I love bratwurst, so I'm gonna give you the golf clap over that one.
Well, the beauty of it is I'm a vegan. In my adult life.
Yeah.
Which means every traditional German dish doesn't happen.
Well, sauerkraut.
You know what my favorite food was growing up? It wasn't. I had a few of the German stuff, but it was like Italian. It was pizza, and I think I wanted to be an Italian.
Ooh.
I think that's really what it is. Could you change it? Give me Italian. Hey, Jason. You want some another meatball, Jason?
I'll give you an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah. Me and Vinny and the boys, we're going to go upstate, North Bend. We're going to take care of that problem, out in Twin Peaks. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. We're going to dump the body by the bridge.
Yeah. They'll never find it there. We got bodies floating there. But
his name was Leland, but you don't need to ask any questions.
In the meantime, have another meatball.
Have another meatball.
Right?
My grandma.
You want some pie?
Yeah.
There's a pizza pie. So I liked. When I was growing up, I liked noodles. I liked pasta. I liked spaghetti and sauce.
Yeah.
And I liked the chow mein and the Chinese noodles and stuff. I was a real Marco Polo guy.
Yeah.
I think. Let's read our
Marco.
It's not the aura. You read your past lives.
Ooh. Yeah.
Hello. I am Doc Normal. I am going back hundreds of years, centuries in my past life. I am Marco Polo. I like the noodles. See,
I'm
was Marco
straight
Polo.
out of Venice.
I was Marco Polo in a past life.
Nice.
If what was it, Shirley MacLaine were here reading my past lives, she said, you were Marco Polo. If I send it to Ancestry.com, why can't they do past lives?
I can get someone to do it for you. Through the other show, we had tons of psychic mediums on. I can make that happen.
I'm telling you. I already know. I was Marco Polo. Mm-hmm. I'm out there. I'm Italian.
Yeah.
You know? And by the way, about Marco Polo, this has always bothered me. Do you think he was on the bridge of his ship because he's out there?
Yeah.
Spain. Was he Spain or Portugal? He's Spain, right?
Marco Polo, Venice.
Okay, so that's
Venetian, Italy.
Oh no, Italy.
We're
talking about Italians.
Traveled up the River.
It's Friday. I haven't had enough damn fine coffee. Of course. Marco Polo. It's like, yes, he was from
Marco.
But didn't they borrow the boats from the
Marco? Yeah, they borrowed them.
Portugal or whatever. It's like, can I borrow a boat?
Venetians had one fine navy anyways. I mean, because they were always battling the Greeks and the Turks.
Doc asks a stupid historical question as we're talking about Marco Polo the Italian. I wonder if he's Spanish.
Marco.
I was dumb. But anyway, he's out there on his galleon or whatever they call it, sailing ship.
Yeah, you know.
Do you think he was just out there with the thing? It's like,
I'm cruising.
Somebody would go, Marco, what? Polo, what? You know, just, I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably doing that. Yeah,
bad joke.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I was Marco Polo in the past life.
Excellent.
And you ever notice the past life people?
Mm-hmm.
Like Shirley MacLaine.
Yeah.
This is back in the 70s. She started going on TV talk shows and doing seances and telling Johnny Carson that he was King Edward IV or something.
Wow.
I don't know. Who knows? But do you ever notice that the past life, when you go into a past life, man, what happened in your present life? It's like you're just some dude. It's like, I'm just some dude. I work on engines. I'm a diesel repair dude. But in my past life, I was a crusader who was then successful and had a giant castle on the Rhine given to me by a pope with 5,000 indentured servants on my vineyard.
That is what's not. That is
what
what's
happened.
Well, no, but that's what's nonplussed me. That has burnt my biscuit, so to speak. Is when you go into past lives and stuff, everyone's always you were a famous person.
Yes,
all these billions upon billions upon billions upon people that have walked the earth. I mean, can't one time you were a baker back in 1670 and
or just
in Amsterdam,
or just a plebeian or something, or a peasant. For example, there were lots of peasants back then.
Serfs, peasants.
Less kings, more peasants.
Right.
I mean, the law of averages would suggest that if we went back in our past lives,
you're a serf.
If you believe, you would have been a serf or a peasant. You would have died of dysentery or something at 30.
Yeah, it's the whole feudal.
After having 8 babies.
Right. The whole feudal modality isn't hinged upon the fact that you're always going to be the famous one. Because usually you were the farmhand, not the farm owner.
Yeah. No. People, it's like, people are always like, oh, in a past life, you were a military hero.
Yeah, you were Alexander the Great.
Yeah, you were a military hero
that's what they told me.
In Caesar's armies, and you're like,
wow, that makes so much sense because I love Italian dressing.
Exactly.
It makes so much sense now.
But see, that's the thing. That's why I'm Marco Polo. I was Marco Polo in a past life.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, and still to this day, I like the noodles. I like noodles. So I must have been Marco Polo in a past life. Because as he's driving the ship along, Marco Polo.
What?
And then it's like, he runs into China. How did he do that? I don't even know where he landed.
He traveled to the old dynasties, and he finally.
But where did he actually land?
His end game was he landed up in the court of Kublai Khan.
Yeah.
On the steps, and
I know this because Rush.
Right.
In the heart of Kublai Khan. Whatever that song is.
Right.
Anyway, he goes there.
Yeah.
And then they do the tradie thing.
Does the tradie thing.
They don't kill each other.
No, they didn't. In fact,
oddly enough.
Yeah, they showed up and they're like, wow, who's this short Italian dude?
Yeah.
And he was nice. And
why, let me tell you, I am Marco Polo.
Hello. Right.
I'm Kubla Khan.
Yeah.
I don't have a cool little jingle. Sorry.
Right.
We don't do that here in China.
No, we're just coming off the steps and then invade your
cool mustache though.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he gets there.
Folks, that's your history moment.
And then, because the Italians who have the pasta, they didn't invent it.
No, the Chinese.
They took it from the Chinese.
Yeah.
Chinese had been making the pasta for a long time, the noodles. It came from China, the pasta.
You travel on that Silk Road long enough, you're going to run into some dynasty,
well,
right?
Okay, so maybe that's... See, there's another historic thing. See, we got to do a lot of fact-checking here, and it's Friday, and we're not going to do Friday fact-checking. Oh, by the way, Jay-Z isn't here today, too.
Right.
If you didn't notice.
Right.
He's sitting in the corner waiting to do sports. No, he's not here.
It's funny. I did not know his last name was Sportsballs.
Yes.
With a Z.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What a great name.
That
Jay-Z
is.
Sportsballs. He doesn't know that that's his last name yet, but that's okay.
He does now.
I know. Exactly. That's how it
Damn
works.
you, Curmudgeons!
You're not here. You get a new name.
Right.
So the thing is that Marco Polo is historically attributed for that whole thing and the trade and the noodles.
Yeah.
Right? Bringing the noodles back to Italy.
Yeah, and gunpowder.
And gunpowder. I just love these noodles. I'm bringing back. Oh, by the way, I've got this really cool thing you might want to look at. What is it, Kubla? Can I have another plate of noodles, please? Oh, man. Oh, you know what would go good with this? A big ball of meat and some tomato sauce.
Right.
What?
Right.
I don't even know what that is.
After your plate of pasta, we're going to blow things up.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look what else we have. No, give me another plate of noodles. Marco Polo. More noodles, please.
More noodles.
Wouldn't you be interested in gunpowder? What am I doing with the gunpowder? I want some more noodles.
Right.
Can I have more spaghetti, please? Yeah. Yeah, but see, he's attributed, but I don't know the historical record, because usually when you look into it and you go, oh, this one guy brought all this stuff back, it's usually like, it's a little more complicated than that. Because like you said, the Silk Road, there's a lot of trade.
Yep.
There's other people who aren't Marco Polo
Yep.
who are already trading and go, oh, I got this gunpowder a long time ago. Where were you?
Right.
Look, fireworks.
Right. Right. Yeah. No. I mean, he's just a guy that got credited for it.
Right.
Almost like Columbia. Columbus didn't discover America. He didn't even land anywhere near America.
Well,
right?
how about? Well, there's Amerigo Vespucci, but how about the Vikings? Really?
Yeah.
The Vikings were really the.
Yeah. To this day, if you go over,
Didn't they find something recently?
Ruins.
Not just. Well, yeah,
Rune
I think it was
stones
the
and,
Vikings, because it could have been. There could have been dudes that came way.
I'll blow your mind. You ready for this?
Earlier.
In the Midwest, if you go to the Midwest and you see these hills, and you say, "Wow, those what are those hills doing there? Something's got to be weird because they're mounds."
That's right.
What are these mounds? Right. Well,
they've got nuts and mounds don't.
That's very true. Sometimes
Friday.
you feel like
it's Friday. Okay.
No, but they excavated. Now it's very hard to get permits to excavate some of those mounds.
Right.
Whatever state you're in, whether it's Illinois, and I believe the one I'm going to reference here was in Illinois, southern Illinois, and they were doing some excavating. And you can actually look this up on Google and fact check me. Mm-hmm. But in one of the excavations, this is where it's going to blow your mind. They found an old menorah.
Oh, wow, that's kind of weird.
And then you ask yourself, geez, where did the lost tribes of Israel go?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Now, people say, well, they could have been placed there later because those mounds were in use for yada, yada, yada. What are they used for? We don't know.
I would say,
But still, then when they found an old, really old, menorah type thing, people were like, wow.
Yeah,
what's that doing there?
To side on the scientific side, because I'm not so sure the menorah is such a incredibly ancient thing.
There-
I would
there was
feel
a-
like it would have been more modern times. And by modern, I mean centuries.
Right. The
Centuries,
menorah,
not-
the
not
menorah
like,
in and of itself is
900,000 years.
But
you know.
there, I mean, way when you go
Anyway.
back into the Old Testament, there was something that kind of a menorah-ish sort of thing, and I think that's what they were
Well, I think
finding.
Yeah,
I don't know.
think the Vikings, and and even in the past before history,
Yeah.
The whole, what is it, the Bering Strait there?
Oh, sure.
The whole
yeah, the little flow.
Russia and Alaska, which I looked at the other day. That is pretty close.
Mhm.
It looks pretty close. Like there's places you go from Alaska, from one part of Alaska to the another part, and then you look from Alaska to Russia, and it's like, ooh, that's shorter if I'm looking at the map here. But when that was frozen over,
Yep, the
back in
land
the
bridge.
day,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a land bridge. People came over from the Asia area and came down here. So again, a lot of intermingling as far as anthropology goes and all that. Every time I bring stuff up all the time, there's always more and more evidence of people just intermingling here, there, everywhere, and evolving here, there, and everywhere. And that's all in the DNA. That's how they find
and it's so fascinating, too, because, I mean, when you start... again, stuff was blowing my mind. I remember taking college courses like mythology and stuff, where literally every major ancient society had a flood myth.
Oh yeah.
Gilgamesh and all that stuff.
Gilgamesh is it was one of the oldest origin stories.
Sanskrit.
And interestingly enough, you'll find a lot of similarities in Gilgamesh to your current myths that you may or may not believe in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there is. There's a lot of parallels.
Yes. Yeah.
That's theologically debated about even to this day. But
humanity's prolific.
Yeah.
They hang out. They conquer each other.
Yeah.
And
intermarry.
Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, Vikings. Just look at the history of England. I mean, that's a good one.
Right.
I'm always fascinated by that.
What do you mean Alfred the Great was from France?
Well,
he's not.
Well, I mean, before that, it was
Agincourt?
it was the English tribes, and then the Romans, and then the English, and then here come the Germans. Hey, we're the Saxons. How's it going? We decided to take this place over and
they fight with the Normans.
Yeah. Then the Vikings come and go. No, we decided to take this place over.
Right.
And it's like, oh, these Vikings are not fun.
And hey, listen, some of the remnants
and their boats.
Stupid hats and their boats.
Flat boats.
How dare you come down here to pillage?
And their lutefisk. Have you ever eaten lutefisk?
I have, and I'm not a fan. Yeah. Especially when they have it traditional. They bury it and lie.
Yeah. Little known fact that English fish and chips were developed as a direct revolt against the Viking lutefisks when the Vikings invaded the Isle of England back in the 1090, 800, whatever the hell it is. Watch that
Vikings?
show Monarchy. By the way, watch that. If you find it, it was on Netflix. There's a show called Monarchy that comes out of the BBC or whatever it is with a guy. If you've never seen Monarchy, have you? Monarchy lays out a lot of this stuff very well, and
I've seen a little bit of that.
The guy goes back to the origins of the monarchy, back to the Anglo-Saxons, back to the Saxons, who are more tribal leaders than kings, but they become kind of king tribal leaders, and it was all very it was very meritocracy, because it was like if you were the Saxon Anglo king, you earned it. It was like, I'm the biggest and the baddest. And like a king can come and go, hey, I think I'm bigger and badder than you.
Right.
And so the people respected that dude.
Yep.
It was more like rather than a monarchy, it was more like a tribal leader where it's like, well, we respect the chief of the tribe because he earned it, and he's going to protect us and we will follow him. And so that's like, he traces it back to that's really the origin of the English monarchy. And then the threads of that go through the rest of history. It's really fascinating.
Divine right of kings. That's a Johnny come lately. That's not.
Yeah, but this guy like has all the dirt and gossip and everything. He's real good. And I can't remember
the term king itself is derived from Viking. Okay, and
I'll tell you what this guy's name is.
And all that basically in ancient Norse, that was the term Viking just basically meant like clan leader.
Yeah.
You know.
Here it is, Monarchy TV series, very, very good. Channel 4. It was on Channel 4.
Ooh.
So I thought, David Starkey, by British academic David Starkey. Is that? No. What? I think that's him. That looks like a young picture of him, I think. Anyway, it's a good show. I highly recommend it.
Monarch. I think I've seen a little bit on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
The little
it's very
side stories of all the things, and and he basically walks around rainy England, and he'll stand like there's a freeway, and it's like and it's raining, and he's got a raincoat on, and he like stands off on a turnout on the freeway, and he goes, "It is on this exact place that King Edward, and you're like, oh man,
Edward Longshanks.
Declared, and you're like, good old England."
Right.
And then they're digging up car parks and finding like the bones
Yes.
of, I don't know.
I think they dug up not too long ago Richard III.
Yeah.
And
so
he did have a crooked spine. Go figure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a good Shakespeare.
Mm.
That's a good one.
Who's your favorite Shakespeare character out of all of them?
Is it Richard the Third? I think that's the one. Oh God, you're gonna kill me out there. I know you're gonna kill me.
I do. I got a favorite.
Yeah, that's a War of the Roses and all that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
100 Years War.
Yeah. And the spine, and he's a
bad man.
He's a bad man. I like that character.
Or is it Othello? You go for him or
no? I think it's
my favorite
Richard III.
out of every play Shakespeare ever wrote. My favorite is Sir John Falstaff. Falstaff. I'm very Falstaffian.
Mm-hmm.
Live for today. Mary.
I'm being told by the expert.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
That Hamlet is the best character.
Ooh.
Which I guess would be. I mean, he's the most famous.
Ooh.
Like it'd be like for 100, name a famous character from Shakespeare.
Hamlet, yeah.
It'd be like.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well.
Yeah. It'd be
something's rotten in the state of Denmark.
I know, right?
Yeah, well, Hamlet.
Yeah.
Hamlet. I don't know. I just like Falstaff because he has that whole philosophy on life. What's that? Live today, for tomorrow you may.
We're supposed to do a Shakespeare show at some point.
We need to get the expert on.
We're supposed to do that.
Yes,
we haven't been doing. Summertime, people are on vacation doing things.
We could do a back to school Shakespearean sort of thing.
We can, and I think that would be a good idea. It's okay for me, and we will call it Brush Up Your Shakespeare.
Ooh, right.
My favorite Shakespeare play, the musical Kiss Me Kate.
Ooh.
And Margaret is awesome in it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
You know Kiss Me Kate, right?
Yeah.
I think they're doing the Taming of the Shrew.
I believe
that's the play that they're doing on stage, and it's an MGM Broadway musical. Yeah. Ann Miller.
Wow.
Tap dancing Ann Miller.
Wow.
And it's and the famous Keenan Wynn and the other guy.
Yeah.
They play gangsters, I think, if I remember. And they got the famous song "Brush Up Your Shakespeare." It's one of those cute Hollywood like Camelot, and it's one that I don't think I ever performed. I performed several musicals as a pit musician.
A young thespian.
No, as a young
pit musician. Okay. Excellent.
In the pit.
Yeah.
In the crap seats. You go in the pit. You're not a part of this production.
You're down.
Oh, would you like some music with your musical?
You're down in the stalls, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're kind of like the musician. You really get the sense like the musicians back in the royalty days, where like doing a musical, it's like, oh, here's the stars, or here's one star who really can't sing or dance very well, but he got the gig anyway.
Yeah. And
you're down there, and the music's like, who are those guys? Should we invite them to the party? Those music guys drink too much. Or whatever,
right?
You're always kind of like the second, third hand citizen of the musical. It's like, let's take a group picture. Hey, should we include the musicians? Nah, F those guys.
Right. And meanwhile, the musician guys, listen, we give you atmosphere. Damn it.
Yeah. We're playing the musical. We're playing the music for your dumb show. And then you're just like, it's like, it's bad. Stage stuff back in the day. I've got stories, and I'm not going to tell them. It'd be like, well, I mean, you'd end up play.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're the musician. Wait, oh, you played that. Oh,
Oh.
oh, you're the dancer, huh?
Oh.
Yeah. What you doing later after the show? Well, me and some friends are going to a party. You want to come? Oh yeah, I'll come with you. Hey, I'll come with you.
So
Suddenly I'm there. Yeah, I come with you. You and your dancer friends. Let's go to a party. Yeah.
So what you're saying is multiple times you did tame the shrew.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time it led to a very long relationship.
Oh,
It's a nice way to meet somebody.
sure.
Anyway. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we need to get the Shakespeare expert in here
Yeah.
because there's so much I want to learn about
Yeah.
it. I'm such a plebe when it comes to,
Me too.
I mean, yeah.
you get those things, but you really, you have to study it. And the great thing, the coolest thing about Shakespeare is he wrote everything. It's
Yeah.
pretty much, there's not a plot. That's what I would ask, and that's what I will ask, is there a plot or is there a character
Yes.
in all of literature,
That Shakespeare didn't cover.
That Shakespeare didn't cover? And I
Yeah,
think
an
the answer is
archetype.
no.
Yeah.
I think the answer is no. I think all of them are
Yeah.
covered in the plays.
Yeah.
And then what the hell was his deal too, right?
What?
Because what the hell was Shakespeare's
Stratford
deal?
upon Avon?
Well, no. I mean, I guess you could say, well, Mozart, he's always like writing music and stuff, but he was a prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
So Mozart was a prodigy, as Beethoven was not a prodigy, but he was writing a lot of music. But what's the deal with Shakespeare, man? He's just like putting these things out like a madman. He's prolific.
Yeah.
It's like it would take.
And he died young.
It takes like 10 or 12 people to write one bad Saturday Night Live episode,
Right.
And this guy's just like, here, how about this? Hamlet, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. He died pretty young too. Now
That's what I
the
thought,
expert, I'm sure the expert will correct if I'm talking out of my keister.
I think you're right. He married young and he died young.
Yeah,
his wife was like,
honey, I'm gonna go for cigarettes. I'll be back.
Yeah, you're not old enough to go get the cigarettes yet. But it was a different time, folks.
It was, yes.
It was kind of the middle-aged time. People didn't live the lifespan. You kind of stepped up and got married at an early age.
Right.
Uncomfortably early age.
Uncomfortably, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So, but
I've never seen... You're going to kill me on this one.
Okay.
You know that movie Shakespeare in Love?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
I
think I caught a glimpse of it, but I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, I mean...
That was a Rusk, Jeremy, whatever his name. Great actor, but I've never seen it.
Rush, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not a bad little film. Gwyneth Paltrow, and then had...
Never seen it.
What's his name? Joseph Fiennes? Yeah. It's all right. Not bad.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll do that. We'll
Cool.
put that on the list of all the things that we tell you we're going to do, and then...
Right.
Did we do it?
Yeah, we get around to it.
Is there a Shakespeare character called the Lazy One?
That could be Falstaff. Falstaff was Sir John was a little in his later
What was
years.
it? Eddie Izzard compared a Scooby Doo to Falstaff once in a routine.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Again,
also
if
love
Eddie does it. Eddie's pretty brilliant. So.
Yeah.
And he does a history and he knows his stuff. So
Yeah.
saw him live once in New York.
Did you?
Oh, that
what
was
was that
really
like?
Nice gift.
Was that?
He was at a theater, off Broadway theater, working his show to go on a worldwide tour.
Wow.
This was a few years back, and unfortunately, and it was a nice. Kind of get like a birthday present. I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
I'm going to see this guy live. I really like this guy. And unfortunately, he came out, and you could tell he had a massive flu. But the show must go on. Yeah. It was like wow. But anyway,
Eddie Izzard.
that was good. Yeah.
Let's see.
Anyway, so not a character in Shakespeare.
Also,
It could have been.
one of my favorites. Just about my favorite, I guess, is Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like the. See, I base it on the movie. Well, I've seen some stuff in Ashland. That's always good.
Oh, Shakespearean Festival. Yeah.
Yeah, the last one who took the kid a couple of year or two ago went down to Ashland and saw the gentleman of Verona, from Verona.
Ooh.
That one, it's a comedy. It's Shakespeare comedy. It's a kind of about a cad or a couple cads coming into town,
Yeah.
checking out the ladies and stuff.
They're
It's
there
a
to
buddy.
party.
It's a road trip buddy play. And the first time ever, directed by a woman and an entire female cast.
Wow.
The Gentleman of Verona.
Interesting.
So they totally flipped it.
Yeah.
First time ever. Like an all-female cast and director. It was really well done. So you see these ladies out there playing the Gentleman of Verona. And, of course, one of them, I can't remember the guy's name. But it was a really good cast. Really well done.
Yeah.
So kind of like doing the, hey, the guy thing.
Right.
And these are ladies doing it.
Interesting. So cool.
It was
Yeah.
well done. Yeah. Well, they do a lot of innovative stuff. I like that.
Shakespeare in the Park.
Yeah, I like that innovative stuff. But I like the movies, like that Richard III movie that Ian McKellen made is one of my favorite. Just really good, because Ian McKellen is just, wow.
Even some of the Branagh ones.
Oh,
Kenneth Branagh.
yeah.
Into the Breach, dear
Well,
friends.
he did Much Ado About Nothing.
Yes, I love that.
With,
Denzel Washington was in it.
What's her name is in it? Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson, yeah.
I like Emma Thompson.
Yes,
Always
she's
have,
cool.
always will.
Yeah.
Emma Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we're just sitting here chatting about our what we like.
What did we start
like
with,
noodles.
and then we end up on Shakespeare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of ran out of steam with the Twin Peaks because you had to be there. But I was Marco
But
Polo in a
interesting,
past
man.
life because I love the noodles,
Right.
right? And
We're
Germans, it's all about the meat. Good meat. I mean, if you want to eat meat, you'll never. You're a meat eater. You'll never encounter a dish with pork or beef or meat. Like world over, Brazil maybe, but that Brazilian barbecue. But
Sure.
I think maybe a little Texas barbecue. But here's the vegan talking about meat. Not a good look. You stack it up to anything of the best German cuisine, and you'd be like, "What are you doing to this?" I don't know.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, apparently Germany in Europe has a huge vegetarian. Well, they have traditionally a huge vegetarian culture. And yeah, don't tell me about. I know the Führer was a vegetarian. Yeah, I got that. But they have a vegetarian vegan culture too.
Yeah.
And I've tried. There's some import products. They have vegan bratwurst, and they have some of that stuff. So for the
Interesting.
vegans who like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Hey,
Sauerkraut's vegan.
Yes.
Red cabbage is vegan if you
Pickled
don't put
cabbage,
if you don't put bacon in it
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So
We should preview, since it's Friday, we should preview Monday.
are we going to do that?
We are. We're going to have a guest on Monday.
Yeah. So Monday is Labor Day, right? It's a
Labor,
holiday.
special Labor Day show.
And because of that, we're going to be here.
Yep. Why not?
Well, we figure, you can tune in.
Yeah, you don't
Get
got to
your-
work that day. You can
Get
wake
your
up.
crap entertainment out of the way. It will actually be a good day because I'll have to talk more about Twin Peaks. Because Sunday is the 2-hour
Finale.
Yeah. So I'll come in here, I'll probably be really tired. So I'll be like,
Yeah.
you had some weird dreams during this Twin Peaks thing too. It's like, ooh, I've had some weird dreams.
Yeah.
I mean, it's anyway. But so there'll be that.
Yep.
Right?
Actually, a young lady by the name of Shanna Schaffer.
Okay, Shanna.
Shanna Schaffer.
Shana. We'll have to ask her who she was in a past life.
Right.
Would she know? Do you think?
I maybe.
Okay.
It's very distinctly possible. She's going to come in here and she's going to read your aura.
So not only is she going to come in here on Labor Day, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She's going to read my aura after Sunday on a Monday morning. It's gonna be real Black Lodge stuff. It's
gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sensing your name inside of you is Bob.
Bob. What is this Black Lodge I keep seeing in my mind? Ooh.
Exactly.
And why are people talking backwards?
Yes.
But no, Shanna's fabulous. She read my aura, and I can send you. Actually, she sent me this really detailed. She got all software and stuff.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
Time out.
Yeah.
Do we have to pay for this?
No.
Is this like Ancestry.com? It's like she's like, okay, that's your aura. Here's your report, and bill you $150.
She's gonna bill us, but I got her to bill us in a next life.
Yeah.
So we're cool. We're cool right now.
Oh, this is not going to be
she's
good
great,
for
man.
anyone.
And
I mean, it's going to be good.
Oh,
I mean, I'm excited to have her on and talk Aura.
Yeah.
I'm not excited to have my Aura read.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Unless she can talk about past lives and say, "You were Marco Polo.
Lucky,
You like the noodles, don't you?" Mm-hmm.
Lucky would have it. I know people who do past life regression therapy. I think I can talk someone into maybe coming on here.
I'm telling you, it's Marco Polo.
Marco.
It's got to be someone famous.
Polo.
Way more famous than your crappy current life is. Marco Polo kind of went down in history, and then I wonder if he was a jerk. See, we need.
He couldn't have been too much of a jerk because I mean, Kublai Khan would have beheaded him for even a wrong look.
Yeah, but I'm talking about those. Well, the conquistadors were Spanish, but you know they were all kind of jerks.
Yeah,
those guys in sailboats. First of all, sailing.
Well, Christopher Columbus too. I mean, you read about his
I'll do a little more reading about that, past lives or something.
Yeah.
Before Monday.
Okay.
So Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna read some auras. It's gonna be good. I'll send you the one she sent to me about my aura. I had to put my hand. She had this little scanner type thing or something like that. I put my hand on it.
Good.
And then
it's like the David Lynch.
Awesome.
Put your hand in the box.
Yeah.
This is a gum jar.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
What's in the box? Pain.
It's almost like that movie Seven. What's in the box?
No. It's Dune. Dune.
Oh.
Fear is the mind killer.
Okay, gotcha.
Don't take your hand out of the box. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna put me in the pain.
If she wants you to put your hand in the box, just run.
Fine if I'm like,
ooh, gotta go. See you later. Bye.
But, it'll be like,
come on Monday.
Paul Maldib. Oh, brother. So that was a Friday. Man, I think we need to do the show a little more often. The rhythm was just totally...
Yeah.
Well, I got everything prepared.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because the secret to this show is never prepare.
No, it's spontaneity.
Once you prepare something, then you're going down the... I don't know. I mean, I was giving you... I mean, I'm doing North Bend tourism, I'm the Grant Goodeve of who actually is in the new season. He played a bit role in the new Twin Peaks. And when I went up to Seattle one time, we getting a little bite to eat before going back to Portland.
Yeah.
And we were in this bar, and the TV was on, and there he was. He does the out there. We got that guy down here in Oregon. He does the outdoor show.
Yeah.
Up in Washington.
Yeah.
He's the guy who was from Eight is Enough. He was the eldest brother.
Yeah. I see your path is a little different. I think by this time next year, you will have morphed into Rick Steves.
Oh. Rick Steves.
You had to say that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Or some reality TV show host. How about that?
Well, another cool, really cool travel writer is Paul Theroux. Yeah. Maybe you could morph into him.
I have one goal. Mm-hmm. To be on a David Lynch project.
Ooh.
That's how much respect I have for that guy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That'd be fun. Because anything could happen.
Yeah. Well, they say it's the actors and the people who work with him absolutely say it's a joy to work with David Lynch. They love it. They say it's actually, you look at the output and the product, and there's lots of drama and lots of all kinds of crazy stuff. They're like, no, it's like a family atmosphere. It's really good. It's like, all right, then.
Awesome.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I feel like people aren't like, oh, that guy's a jerk. I was watching this thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I was watching this thing about Stanley Kubrick.
Right.
Yeah, David Lynch, Stanley Kubrick. You can say that in the same sentence. Mm-hmm. Some of my favorites. And a whole bunch of, if you go up on YouTube, these are all my suggestions. I'm giving this to you. Mm-hmm. YouTube, in the search, Stanley Kubrick, behind the scenes, The Shining.
Ooh, oh, jeez.
Whole bunch of footage, and I don't know where it came from, a Blu-ray or a Criterion.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was a wife or his daughter, because he has a couple daughters. Maybe it was the daughters by then. They filmed behind the scenes of them filming The Shining.
Wow.
I think someone's up there, Timberline, someone's in the back lot. And it's fascinating.
Yeah.
He and Shelley Duvall, right? Shelley Duvall?
Shelley Duvall.
didn't seem to get along on the set too well.
Not eye to eye, huh?
No, there was a lot of like direction and what, and there's some real behind the scenes stuff where he's kind of like,
Yeah.
no, you're supposed to come through the door, and she's like, oh, you told me to do it the different way, and it's all up there on YouTube, so that was interesting. So there you go.
Check it out.
So we'll be going. We'll after this David Lynch festival that we're having here.
Yeah.
Which he actually does have a festival too.
Does he
I
really?
think that's coming up. Yeah, down in California. Started it a couple of years ago. I'm like, oh, how come I didn't get in on that?
Right.
It's like music and symposium and film.
Wow.
I mean, so anyway.
I sense a field trip.
I know, right? It's probably down there in the Bay Area somewhere, I think. I'll look it up.
Why other people are splitting off to Burning Man. You're just going...
Which... It was this week.
Yep.
Burning Man was this week.
Yep.
I'm seeing some folks on my Facebook with the Burning Man. I'm like, oh, Burning Man looks fun. I'm the guy who had an opportunity to go to Burning Man back when it was cool, back in the late 90s. I guess it's still cool, but it was a little bit smaller and more kind of community oriented. It's like Burning Man. It's like, oh yeah, I think I would have got. Didn't go. Then it's like, it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also ends when suddenly you're a father and maybe a husband and all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Like it's not like hey, I've got a 1-year-old at home and I'm going to Burning Man. Some people do that.
See
I guess.
you later.
Not me.
Not me either. I could never get.
Yeah. So, well, now your kids are older, and now we could go to Burning Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Curmudgeons are at Burning Man. Oh my God.
Missy, she'd be like, Burning Man, what's that? She's like, oh, heck no.
Yeah. The Curmudgeons. I'm calling it for next year. Curmudgeons at Burning Man. They will
never know what hit them.
Here's Jason and Doc's fat asses hanging out, half naked.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring the Buddha too. Doing our podcast. Hey.
Bring Buddha, right?
Like
we don't need excuses to,
Like some sick cross between Portland Wrestling and the Man Show out at Burning Man. Who are these guys, right?
Yeah. Oh, they will never see us coming.
Oh,
we'll show up there, and next thing you know.
Oh my God, Jason! I think the Buddha's just dropped some LSD. Ah!
Oh, don't drink that Kool-Aid, Rich. Don't do it.
Exactly.
I see.
Oh my word.
I see Jesus. Oh
my gosh. I know. You know what? I'll tell you what though. Jason.
Yes.
If we do need to go to Burning Man.
If we do need to go.
No, if we do need to
Doc, we got it. We need to go.
You ready? You ready for this?
Yeah.
If we do need to go to Burning Man.
Okay.
Think about this.
All right.
I know where we can find a free trailer.
What? Oh, Bob's trailer. Oh, we show up in that. Oh my gosh.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you on Monday.